Hi, everybody.
I didn't do it. Kevin Owens is innocent, I tell you.
I'm going to wear this for one more week to see if Enzo's going to be buried after this feud. One chance. We're going to move on from that until we get to the Raw part.
If there is even a feud.
There's a feud. They didn't break them up and have Cass boot Enzo in the face to not have a feud, even if it's only for 1 month. Anyway. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am James Phoenix, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy LOG. As per usual, we're going to do the news. We're going to look back at the week, score some stuff, the usual shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the air conditioner making that loud noise?
Because it's an air conditioner.
There we go. I know, but it makes an excessively loud noise. I think I need to clean the filter out. Anyway, you're going to have to live with that. For fuck's sake. Shut up. Stop
Okay,
being
we
loud
can't
enough.
hear it.
You can't hear it, but I can. It's driving me nuts.
I think it's better that we can't, because it just looks like he's crazy and yelling at people on his lawn.
You kids get off my lawn!
What? Shut up! Ah! Just throw stuff. Damn kids. Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for your little dog.
I know. Completely unrelated note. There's a new novel coming out called Meddling Kids. It's about a detective group that has to come back together years later with their dog to find an actual serial killer because they put the wrong man behind bars.
Interesting.
I look forward to reading it. Anyway, we are going to do the things that we do. We've got some news and some other stuff, so let's hop to it, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
To the news. So we're going to open up with some of the news. Let's open up with what was probably the biggest news of the week. I think in WWE-related news anyway. Short of things happening on the TV program.
Okay.
Because as you may or may not be aware, at about 10:30 Monday morning, Seth freaking Rollins appeared on ESPN. And he announced that he would be the cover superstar of WWE 2K18. The architect did reveal the cover image of the game, which I will throw on the big screen for just a moment here, for the sake of showing, in case we get for the people. Let's open this right up. Boom. Right there. Seth freaking Rollins is in the house. Here's him holding the box.
And smiling for the first time.
Yeah. So good stuff. So he showed all that off, so that's great. So congrats to him on that. On a related note, information about 2K18 was released coinciding with this announcement. Some of it, anyway. Let me turn off this first. Stop.
That's Seth Rollins doing his impression of Enzo Amore.
Okay, then. Anyway,
Did you not
there
see
was also a trailer for the game released you can go see. It involves a masked man in a black leather jacket destroying a warehouse full of WWE memorabilia. Later revealed to be Seth Rollins, driving home this year's game theme, Be Like No One.
People are wondering if that trailer is confirming what legends are going to be in the game, or at least those legends are going to be in the game. Because one thing people noticed as Seth was destroying stuff, there was a rather peculiar pair of boots amongst everything.
Okay.
That people are really, really hyped up for. Because the boots belong to Raw's general manager.
Well, yeah, with Angle back, I would be shocked if he wasn't playable in the game.
Also, somebody poked fun at the fact that, it says be no one, even though half of his career he was trying to be Triple H.
Yeah.
So apparently it's be like no one except Triple H.
Apparently. But just be like no one, carve your own legacy, as it were.
As he killed all the legends in there as his favorite gimmick, the Legend Killer Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Rumor has it, and this is
Almost
just
literally. Hi, Sting.
Yeah, right. But rumor has it, and this is just a rumor, but rumor has it that they're bringing GM mode back, completely revamped, and it's going to be called Brand Split.
That would not shock me given the current state of the company. I'd be interested to play it. Anyway, following up on this, we do know a couple of things about initially about 2K18. We do know that there is going to be a deluxe edition and a collector's edition. These will be coming out. In regards to the varying editions, the deluxe edition, if you pre-order it, will be available 4 days early. So people with the deluxe edition will get to play the game 4 days earlier than everybody else. That would be on Friday, October. Oh God, it's on Friday the 13th. That can't be good.
I want to play that game.
When does the DLC for that come out, John?
Which DLC? They just had a free update. Oh, the story mode? I think it's later in the summer.
Yeah, they're smart. They'd release it on Friday the 13th. Anyway.
I know, right? The update did have NES Jason, so you can be purple and turquoise.
The fuck?
Wait, they're coming out with a story mode for that game?
Yes, they are.
It's a free update. They just said summer.
I kind of want it because I've seen people play it. It looks like a lot of fun.
Let me know when the Freddy Krueger update comes out. Anyway, the deluxe edition of 2K18 that we'll let you play early on Friday, October 13th, will include a copy of the game with deluxe edition packaging, a copy of the season pass, access to WWE 2K18 pre-order bonus digital content, and additional 2K18 collector's edition digital content, none of which they're bothering to announce.
Yeah, gotta space that out.
So it comes with a whole bunch of shit. The season pass content won't be announced till the fall, but later this summer, the pre-order bonus and collector's edition digital content will be made known. The collector's edition, if you purchase that one, will also get early access to their game copies and in-game bonuses beginning 4 days early on the 13th. Details of the collector's edition, as well as the ability to pre-order that, will be available later this summer as well.
Yeah, apparently what they said is it's the digital, or not digital, but it's the deluxe version plus physical shit, as they've done in the past.
Yep.
Like the Finn Balor statue with the NXT edition.
Right, and so more information on that will follow if you'd like to discuss it. Hashtag WWE2K18, hashtag BLN1.
I'm hoping it's the Jim Cornette v. Vince Russo collector's edition, where there's a statue of them locked in Mortal Kombat for $5,000.
Yes.
Just it's on the ground, and they're just like, oh, look like a fucking DC one. I want them to be all like ridiculously over sculpted and shit for no reason because it just humor me.
Also, from what I understand, I think they're doing like a story mode, but they're also doing like a showcase, and it's going to revolve around the Undertaker.
Okay, then. That's interesting.
Yeah.
They've kind of already done that. A lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, but given the fact that the big story of this year, or this last year, was Undertaker's retirement, they're going to be doing a tribute to his entire career.
So.
Since his career's over.
Because supposedly, the way some of the articles were phrased, it sounded like there was going to be some kind of a Seth Rollins mode, too.
That wouldn't shock me.
Anyway.
Well, that might be what replaces career mode, because I don't know if they're going to have a career mode because so many people didn't like it.
The career mode's awesome. What are you talking about? Everybody liked the career mode.
They
didn't like that it didn't get that much update for 17, but if they throw some new shit in it, everybody likes the career mode. It's great.
Unless your name is Chris the Mole.
He doesn't like anything, though.
That's true.
Anyway, next news article. Let's move on to the Mae Young Classic.
Woohoo.
Because WWE has announced 5 additional competitors for said classic. and they are quite impressive superstars
Okay.
in another own right. Rather interesting people here. Let's take a look at these. Right off the bat, the woman who, if she joins the roster, will be only the second third-generation superstar to appear on the WWE roster.
Okay.
The first, of course, being Natalya. And that is, let's see, the daughter of WWE legendary Hall of Famer, Four Horsemen member Tully Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard.
She's still in NXT, right?
21-year-old Tessa Blanchard of Charlotte, North Carolina, may be new to the WWE universe, but her name isn't. The daughter of the WWE Hall of Famer and Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard, granddaughter of wrestler-turned-promoter Joe Blanchard, and stepdaughter of NWA legend Magnum TA. Tessa decided to follow in the family trade after watching her father's Hall of Fame induction in 2012. Since her 2014 debut, Blanchard has competed across the globe, including in the UK, China, Japan, and the Maritimes, where she once wrestled 23 nights in a row. She has even garnered praise from The Rock, whom she worked with on the set of the movie Fighting with My Family. So glad to have her on board. We also have Abby Lath. Abby Lath grew up admiring revolutionaries like Lita, China, and Ivory, but the WWE Performance Center standout, renowned for her strikes and suplexes, will have a chance to break new ground of her own in this summer's classic. Coming to wrestling with an extensive background in dance, particularly ballet, so I guess this is ballet. Huh. Lath began training for the ring while working toward a bachelor's degree in dance education from the University of Arts in Philadelphia. Lath, who counts WWE Cruiserweight Drew Gulak as one of her original coaches, developed into wrestling royalty on the independent scene. She captured titles in Shimmer Women's Athletes and Shine Wrestling, and became the only woman to hold the Chikara Grand Championship before joining the Performance Center earlier this year.
So if Drew Gulak was her, mentor, does that mean she's not going to be doing any flying shit?
Yes.
Doesn't sound like it. She's renowned for strikes and suplexes, so I'm going to say no.
She also held the Chikara Grand Championship.
Learned ballet, went into wrestling. Oh, God. She's Christy from Tekken.
Have not played Tekken, so I'm just going to assume that's all it is.
She did capoeira.
Okay.
That would be awesome if this chick did capoeira.
I mean, here's next up on the list is Tainara Conti. Tanara Conti, probably Tanara Conti. Newcomer to sports entertainment, 22-year-old judo master Tanara Conti might be one of the Classic's least seasoned wrestlers in the ring. However, the Performance Center recruit isn't lacking world-class combat sport experience. Conti spent years honing her martial arts skills in her native Brazil, eventually being promoted to black belt in judo and black belt in jiu-jitsu. She competed in the 2016 Olympic trials in judo, and though Conti narrowly missed the cut, her thunderous throws helped her put her on the radar of WWE talent scouts. Having trained under WWE coaches since last October, Conti will get her first chance at the Mae Young Classic to show the world what happens when a decorated judoka enters the ring.
People are going to get hurt. That's what's going to happen.
Dear God, please let JBL bully her so she fucking murders him.
Yes.
She's going to go straight after Brock Lesnar. Good God.
Yes. How'd you be able to bully somebody? She just bullied Oscar. One kick and he'll be brain dead for life.
Yeah.
And lastly let's see, next up on the list, Jazzy Gabert. I'm assuming it's Gabert and not Gabbert. I'm going to go with Jazzy Gabert. Representing Germany in the Classic is Jazzy Gabert, a muscle-packed 6'1" brawler who has wrestled internationally for more than 15 years. A strong woman and professional MMA fighter outside the ring, the bruising Berliner has achieved her greatest success in Europe and Japan. Gabert is a multi-time champion in Japan's Stardom organization, and she is currently a women's champion for groups in Germany and Switzerland. In MMA, she has fought under the banners of the Risen Fighting Federation and IFO Europe.
How'd
Speaking of
JBL
people-
bully her?
He would ask her out, dude. You remember that thing about the tabs that he left up
Yeah,
on his thing when he
That's
tweeted out?
true.
It's true.
Holy shit! This doesn't sound like they're assembling a tournament for wrestling. It sounds like they're assembling a fighting game tournament cast.
Right?
Kind of.
We have the German strong woman. We have the Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert.
Yes.
We have the dance fighter.
Yes. And we have what may be the best one of all on this list.
Oh dear lord.
Kavita Devi.
Okay.
Kavita Devi is a powerhouse student of former world champion, the Great Khali. Hailing from Jind, Haryana, India, the 5'9" Devi is a top competitor in Khali's Punjab-based organization, Continental Wrestling Entertainment. She gained the attention of WWE talent scouts at a tryout this past April in Dubai. Devi was an accomplished kabaddi player in high school and is also a competitive powerlifter. In 2016, she won gold in the 75-kilogram weightlifting division at the South Asian Games. Inside the ring, Devi has racked up victories using a head-caving roundhouse kick.
We've seen what happens when they take a female bodybuilder and try to push her as a wrestler. Her name is Dana Brooke.
Yeah. Let's see what happens when they try to take a female bodybuilder and push her who potentially actually has a personality and charisma.
The German chick?
Ha! Touche.
No, she's. We all know what her character is going to be: evil foreigner. Because Vince.
Yeah. But in the meantime, let's just throw this up here just real quick.
No, her gimmick is going to be oh shit, what's the character's name? It's going to be Poison. But like with like German shit on instead of what Poison wears, but you get what I'm saying.
Anyway, just for some images, here is Tessa Blanchard right here.
With her Power Girl inspired top.
Yeah, her Power Girl boob window. Yep, we got that covered. Right down here, we've got Abby Lath, who I'm assuming is the one dealing the damage here.
She's the Big Show?
Yeah, I give props for taking the Big Show's chop if that's what she's doing.
That looks
That's
like
what it looks
she's
like she's doing.
Yeah,
I swear that's what she's doing.
she's beating up Discount Page.
Down here, we've got Tayanara Conti right here. Tanara. That's the judo master right there. And yeah, there you go. Jazzy Gabert.
Fucking Hugo's sister. Yes. Ein, zwei, drei.
Who she reminds me of with that do and her build. There was, I can't remember, it was an old Superman comic where this like scientist got irradiated and it kind of like DC's version of kind of like She-Hulk, but she was like, you know, like tan skin and big and she had like the mohawk and shit.
I don't know. I was going to say Zarya.
Kind of, yeah, except wrong nationality.
And then down here we have Kavita Devi from the Great Khali School.
She doesn't look Indian.
Yeah, she does.
That looks like John Cena's like arm photoshopped on.
It kind of
A
does.
little bit.
But that's her doing her thing.
She looks like what's her face from The Facts of Life. You know who I'm talking about.
No,
Yeah.
the problem I have is with the look on her face, her hair, and the slight highlight in her hair. My concern is she looks like Bailey, and we saw how that worked out.
If anything, she looks like Nia Jax.
A little bit. So there's your new women that are coming in here.
And she's got
Bailey
one
puts on
word
one
to
earring.
describe you.
I'm gonna spell it brain chop.
Yeah. I swear to
Also,
God, if she uses that for a finisher, I will laugh my ass off.
I thought her finisher was a roundhouse kick.
Well, it is, but she could have more than one. People are allowed to do that, you know.
Yeah.
It's a top rope brain
But
chop.
also with her facial
Yes.
structure, there you go. With her facial structure, she almost looks kind of like a female Great Khali.
Yeah.
What the shit is that?
What?
The one you left up there.
What I left up there?
Mauro Ranallo is going to be on NXT.
Yes, that's the next article. I didn't turn the thing off. And it was announced earlier this week that Mauro Ranallo has been rehired and signed a new contract with WWE to be the voice of NXT. He sent out a message on his Instagram earlier this week on which he said, and I quote, "The NXT chapter begins. WWE and I mutually agreed to end my responsibilities on SmackDown, having nothing to do with rumors about disputes. As I remained under contract with WWE, we discussed a variety of options. Despite originally agreeing to part ways, there was always the desire to continue working together. We have come to terms on a new agreement that benefits both WWE and me, and I am thrilled to announce I will now be part of the NXT broadcasting team." Excuse me.
They should just put him on Raw. Like, seriously. No offense to Book. He's cool, but...
But he's Book.
But he... Exactly. They should get... Sorry, Book, you're a legend and all, but... You're fired! They should put Mauro Ranallo on there.
No, yeah, here's the slight problem, though, is that, you need a quality color commentator, and with all due respect to Corey Graves, he's a great color commentator, but there's only so much juice you're going to get out of a guy who wrestled for, a couple of years and then broke his neck.
Or just do what the rumors were saying they were going to do and fucking can Michael Cole.
They were going to move him backstage, and they may do that invariably, but they had to remember the separate issue not related to JBL was that, Ranallo had this very distinct different style, which is why they liked him on SmackDown, but then Vince changed his mind and wanted him to be more like Cole. So the last thing we need is to put him on Raw and make him more like Cole. We don't need that.
The last thing anybody needs is to be more like Cole.
Pretty much. Moving along.
Coincidentally, that is totally the tagline for 2K19. Be like Cole, and he's going to be on the cover with that fucking orange singlet and the head guard. In
a follow-up to the Mauro Ranallo announcement, he signed a new deal that superseded the old deal that was set to expire in less than 2 months. He'll be working a way more limited schedule and will continue to also work for Bellator and Showtime, but won't be involved with New Japan in any way.
I know you said superseded, but my brain was like, it's superseded, the old one.
Yes. I will accept this. And then Mauro himself gave a statement beyond just that Instagram post. Let's see what we got here. So, Mauro Ranallo was interviewed. He spoke with Dan Gelston of the Associated Press, saying, "I was willing to walk away from about the recent hiatus." He said, "I was willing to walk away from my dream job. Let's leave it at that. In order for me to do that, I had to be true to my convictions and what makes you a human being." Ranallo, who also recently signed with Bellator MMA, which airs on Spike TV and will return to pay-per-view with their first ever event at MSG this coming Saturday, also spoke about the upcoming gig as part of the broadcast team for the massive Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather fight on August 26th. Spoiler alert, Floyd's going to lose.
Please.
Dealing with my own health issues and where I come from, I'm not supposed to be here, Ranallo said. Now I'm calling one of the biggest MMA events of the year, calling it the biggest prize fight of the year, and the fact that I'll soon be getting back into professional wrestling, I wouldn't trade places with anybody. So there you go. So basically, Mauro was willing to walk away because of the situation. They didn't want to lose him, so they agreed, we'll put you in Florida where you won't be bothered. Seems to be the general summation. Let's keep rolling along. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Yes. Moving along, that is not the link that I wanted. How the fuck did that happen? That is the totally wrong link. What the shit? God damn it.
You fail again.
One of my links double pasted wrong.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't have the article that I wanted. The fuck is this damn thing?
Fail.
Shut up. There we go. So, several WWE stars were nominated for Teen Choice Awards this week. Vince McMahon issued congratulations to these people on social media, which include John Cena in the nomination for Choice Male Athlete category, as well as both Sasha Banks and the Bella Twins being nominated in the Choice Female Athlete category. And Vince said, congratulations, Sasha Banks, John Cena, and the Bella Twins on your Teen Choice Awards nominations. He tagged all four and added a hashtag role models. You can see the Teen Choice Awards on Fox Sunday, August 13th. So, congratulations.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki Bella is a role model to teens everywhere. If you want to land a professional wrestler or superstar, all you have to do is get fake boobs.
Yeah. We're going to go with that.
The more you know.
Da, da, da.
Ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Let's see. Where are we next? What's next on the list here? Ah, yes. We should talk about this. So we thought this might happen, and sure enough, it looks like this is going to be a thing. So I'm going to make it a thing. This is going to be a new semi-regular segment here on the program.
Oh, no.
So it's time for Stigmo to check in on the $5,000 challenge.
Yes.
So in the ongoing saga of Vince Russo and Jim Cornette, on the 22nd, which was about 3 days ago on Thursday, it was announced that this apparently was filed on June 16th, but it just came to light, or was just served, rather, that Vince Russo has filed a restraining order against Jim Cornette, accusing him of stalking him. Let's see here. In response to the document ordering him to basically, if you haven't been following the story, they've had animosity dating back years. Cornette appeared on Table for Three and talked shit about Russo. Russo, talked shit back to him. Cornette then challenged into a fight, and the two have been going back and forth. In response to the document, which Cornette took a picture of the front of the document and enclosed it in his tweet, by the way. As petitioner Vincent Russo versus respondent James Cornette filed June 16, 2017 at the, Clerk Posey Superior Court in the state of Indiana. Showing on the front, filing this petition for myself. Checked off letter C. I am or have been a victim of stalking. And then it says respondent's relationship to me is, and you don't see the rest of that because it's only the front page, and the front page part of that doesn't apply. But Jim Cornette tweeted this out saying, golly, Voldemort just filed an emergency protective order on me. I can't hang out with him anymore. I believe that Voldemort joke is related to something that came up on one of the podcasts where Russo was compared to Voldemort.
Also, I didn't know he knew where he lived, because doesn't he say, like, you pick a place. I know you won't pick where you live because you don't want me to know.
Well, apparently.
So he's stalking him somewhere?
Yeah,
Jim
apparently.
Cornette's the Eye of Sauron. He's just looking in the orb.
Yes. No, I don't know. But anyway, so that's where we are now, so we will see how Jim Cornette responds to this.
You already saw how he responded. He laughed in Russo's face.
Yeah,
well,
he gives zero fucks.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, I don't know how frequently he does his podcast, but I guarantee you if he has not done one since this happened, the next time he does, this will be discussed.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be discussed with disgust. But I'm ching. All right, that's out of the way. Moving on.
Shrine of the 70s?
Not yet. We're getting there. First up, we're going to cover something else here. So, who saw Raw last week?
Me.
You mean this? You mean for this show?
Yeah, the one we're going to talk about in a moment.
I saw the
Only that one clip.
I saw the opening bit and I saw the final bit.
Okay, when you saw the final bit, you might have noticed. Spoiler for the Raw recap. We're going to do it in a minute, but it's a week later. You've already seen it. You may remember the end of Raw, when Corey Graves was talking to Big Cass about a lump the size of a baseball on the back of his head that wasn't treated and didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, information has it that was actually a shot at CM Punk.
Sounds like
For those who remember, Punk and WWE are currently in court over a golf ball-sized growth on the back of Punk's neck that he claims was not treated during his time with WWE.
Yeah.
So that was apparently a shot at Punk. Thought I'd mention it. Rolling on.
Why not? They took a shot at Mauro Ranallo.
Yep. All right,
They hired him, so that was weird.
Yeah, well. Anyway, 7 deities time. Let's see what's going on in the world of the Broken Universe. World of the Broken... Yeah, okay, whatever. Me no talk good. So, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy were interviewed by Corey Graves in the new WWE Network special, Reborn by Fate, the Hardy Boys interview.
Yep, I need to see that.
Available now on the WWE Network. And
how much does that cost?
I believe it's just $9.99.
Oh.
For now.
Yeah.
Every so often they send out a survey asking if people would pay for it if they raise the price. But anyway, the question regarding the Broken Universe came up. And Matt was asked on his intentions on unleashing his broken brilliance on the WWE when the time is right. Matt responded, "For me, it was very odd going back to regular Matt Hardy, version 1 or Matt Hardy Team Extreme. It was tricky at first. It was hard to be me, which sounds strange, but it was because I got so used to doing my other thing. Things that I had created or morphed into, I almost became. I felt like a broken man having to go back to plain old Matt Hardy in many ways. It's still within me. It's still contained. I think when the time is right, I will unleash it again." And then following on that, on there being a good chance they will eventually use the characters at some point in WWE and how it will be big business for the company, they said, I definitely think there's a chance. It's something that's a work in progress. Unfortunately, because of legal reasons, I really can't go into that right now. But I find it very flattering and humbling that every time we come wrestle in front of the WWE Universe, they chant and address it and they acknowledge it. Please keep doing that. I mean, we love it when they do that. And hopefully sooner than later, we'll be able to go into more detail about everything. When it happens, I'm not even going to say if. When it happens, it's going to be the most exciting thing to hit WWE programming in a long, long time. Moving along. What else we got here? Oh, yes. In further news, Jeff Jarrett is a tool.
This is news?
Jeff Jarrett recently stated that the ownership of the Broken Gimmick is undoubtedly with Impact Anthem. Stating, "Jeff Hardy's been one of my best friends for 20 years. You can look on my social media and their social media, and we take family vacations together. But business is business," Jarrett continued. "So when it relates to IP, it's real simple. There is a publisher who owns the property. There is a writer who gets credit and can monetize it. Then there is the performers. There is no question that Broken Matt and Brother Nero's performances were off the charts good. But when it comes to ownership, to me, it's almost a silly squabble. It's never been a question. Impact are the owners." And I do not have it in front of me, but I probably should. Matt's wife, Rebby, clearly disagrees and went off on another Twitter rant. I have this in front of me, but I should. Give me one moment. Let's see here. At Rebby. Alrighty, there we go.
I have to say, why is Anthem going so hard after the Broken Universe? It's not like they can make any money off it because Matt and Jeff are the ones who made it. Without them, there is no Broken Universe. They are the Broken Universe. It's not like you can just give that gimmick to somebody else. They're not going to be able to do it as good as Matt and Jeff. And if you do that, it's going to be a slap in the face of the fans. They're going to tell you to fuck off. Not that they're not already doing that, but still. To me, it seems stupid because it seems like they are the broken universe. They are what made the broken universe what it was.
Yeah.
And without them, you don't have a broken universe. So why are you fighting so hard for something that you can't actually make any money off of anyway? But then again, it is Impact, and they're all about spending money on shit that doesn't make the money.
Yeah. LOL TNA.
Pretty much.
Let's see here. What else we got here?
Dude, fucking Vince McMahon needs to unleash Jim Cornette on TNA. Hey, Jim, we have a new target for you. Oh, yeah? Yeah. He just hands a picture of an owl. All right, then.
All right, so here we go. Where are we here? The closest I can find it. So, by the way, related note, PWI Insider tweeted all capitals, Vince Russo files order of protection against Jim Cornette. Reby Hardy just quoted that and wrote, screaming, 5 laughing, crying faces. Just FYI. But moving along. So, let's see here. Okay, also, just as an FYI, for those of you keeping score at home, of course, the Hardys do have a new baby. So, the royal family is now Broken Matt, Queen Rebecca, King Maxell, and Lord Wolfgang. Okay? Okay. So, moving on. Okay, that's hilarious. Somebody tweeted, okay, again, unrelated, but somebody tweeted, I think I speak for everyone when I say we want Cornette versus Russo. Reby quoted that and wrote, restraining order on a pole inside a barbed wire cage flaming tables match.
Make it happen, WWE.
Yes. So
I would say make it happen, but only if Vince Russo is the booker for that match.
There you go. So somebody, James Opie Living, Bearded Outlaw, wrote, fuck Jeff Jarrett and fuck Impact Wrestling. I take the high road of bullshit. Quoting a Jeff Jarrett tweet somewhere along the way, or Jeff Jarrett post rather. Oh yeah, his statement about owning the broken universe. Fair enough. Reby Hardy quoted that saying, stop doing stupid interviews before I release your drunk texts and the DUI records that somehow haven't gotten out. Wait, oops. At real Jeff Jarrett. Wow. Don't say you want to be done with drama in a quiet manner and then have company stooges like Jeff and Dutch give interviews spewing BS. If the issue was as simple and cut and dry as these morons are trying to make it seem, I wouldn't have been out here fighting for my family. Truth is, TNA can't afford to go to court over this, so they're going to downplay it to anyone who will listen and lie to look powerful. Money is power. Never forget that, at real Jeff Jarrett. Also, Reby already pointed out, at Shane Helms, it's funny how often the people who say it's business, nothing personal, are usually the ones fucking people over.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Reby said almost exclusively. Also, Reby then requoted that same tweet about fuck Jeff Jarrett and the high road. Reby replied, technically getting a DUI is taking the high road.
Yeah.
So what do we got here? Violation of ignition, hot and fresh out of the kitchen. What do we got here? Yes. Okay. So she posted from the CJIS data site the details on the Jeff Jarrett DUI. Jarrett Jeffrey L. disposition guilty from November 15th of 2016. Interlock ignition violation. So basically, he had a breathalyzer on his car and he bypassed it. Sentenced to 6 days incarceration, 6 months incarceration. Court cost $234.15. Let's see. And Reby followed up with, give me, again, back on June 16th, give me a sec, I'll find the newest one. Keep coming from my family, though. GIF of Harley Quiver Suicide Squad. That's a good idea, honey. Let's see here. Somebody tweeted that there was a guy who was at Raw in Evansville saying there was a kid in my section chanting "freak that out" since he couldn't say "fuck." Good for him. I guess that's the end of the rant of that section there. So we'll see more of what happens down the line, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So moving along.
Man, where's Phoenix Wright when you need him, huh, John?
He's in, America, eating hamburgers from noodle stands.
All right. Now, following up, interestingly, we have a third-party opinion on the situation.
You mean us?
Besides us.
Oh, okay.
And in an issue for USA Today's For the Win section, WWE superstar Bubba Ray Dudley of the Dudley Boys, a.k.a. Bully Ray of Team 3D.
A.k.a. sellout of ROH.
Mentioned, addressed the broken gimmick in his interview, stating, "I think that they will get the best of both worlds. They can milk this Hardy run for every time it's worth, and then they can evolve into a version of the broken universe that WWE sees fit. WWE is not going to allow creations that got over someplace else to come in and rule their world. It's not going to happen. It didn't happen with the Bullet Club, and it's not going to happen with Matt Hardy's broken universe. They're going to have to put their stamp of approval on it and have their creative input. So what we get will likely not be the broken universe as we know it, but some incarnation of it."
I love that WWE is basically the cheap parents. Oh, here's your Twonky.
Yeah.
I wanted a Twinkie. It's just as good. No, it's not. Here's your Tonka truck. No, that's. Here's your Transmorpher.
In all fairness, some of the
Bumble.
in all fairness, some of those Transmorphers are cool.
Dude, there's some good KO Transformers, but it's not. People know the difference. It's just.
Well, yeah.
I know why WWE does it, but it's always just annoying to me when it's like, oh man, these people got this gimmick over. Let's bring them in and give them something else. And you're like, no, that's not what people want.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Anyway. Some happy news to go out today. Absolutely wonderful. We'd like to issue congratulations out to WWE superstar Apollo Crews. Because as of June 23rd, they announced that he and his girlfriend Linda welcomed their first child, a daughter named Sadie Sophia. So congratulations to the proud parents on that.
Now go get your ass married.
Fuck
They're
you.
like a couple months late for that. No, that's legit.
You don't have to be married to be good parents.
But if you can't even commit to another person, then you are not prepared to commit to a child. That's way more.
It depends. Like I said, some couples pull that off.
Okay, then. And a lot don't.
A lot don't, but it can be done.
They can, but if you're that committed to the child, just commit to the other person and get married.
Well, it depends on the situation.
Get a nice tax break. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned, I have a cousin who got with his now wife, then girlfriend, many years ago. She had a daughter from a previous relationship, and she was fairly young at the point in time that they got together, like maybe 2 or 3, whatever it was. And you know what? They got married I don't know. She was at least in her mid-teens when they finally got around to getting married.
Well, no, from another, a child from another relationship, the one that's already there is different. That's fine. But I mean, if you're dating someone and get them pregnant, I don't want to commit to you, but I'll commit to the child. No, what? That's way, way more work.
Fair enough. Sometimes it works better that way. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Hey, fine. You want a better example? You want a better example? I'll give you a better example.
Okay.
Look at Scrubs. Dr. Cox and his wife hated each other whenever they were married, but they were a perfect couple when they were divorced.
Okay, then.
I'm just saying. Scrubs is a good show.
It's also a show.
It's a show. I'm just saying. The fact of the matter is they literally got married and divorced like 17 times in that show. Because every time they got married, their relationship went to shit. And every time they got divorced, it got better. That's why,
I would also like to point out, Jim, you're arguing with a father of two. You're not going to win this argument.
Yes, I'm arguing with a father or two who got married before he had kids. The point is no.
Yeah. Because I can commit to shit.
Well, yes, that's good for you. That doesn't mean other people can't commit to both the person and the baby simultaneously. That's a thing that can happen.
That's why you get married. If you can commit. I'm just saying that a child is an assload of commitment, way more than a relationship. And if you can't commit to the relationship, I don't know why you're like, yeah, sure, kid, that's fine. The relationship, if it goes bad, you can cut and fucking run. If you do that to a child, that makes you an asshole.
Well, yeah.
Just saying.
But I also point out to you, a child is also it's also a fuckload of money, which is money you don't have to spend on a wedding.
That's why you do it before. And weddings are
Exactly.
dirt cheap. You just get the fucking certificate.
Yeah, you don't have to have a ceremony. Technically, all you really have to do is get the certificate, go down to the courthouse, bada boom, bada bing.
How you doing?
Exactly.
That's true. That's actually what my friends Melissa and Cam did, although they did have a ceremony after the fact.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people do because then they're not under pressure to make it all big and grandiose. It's like, well, we're already married. Let's just go have dinner.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to more, well, technically less pleasant news, but we're going to do it anyway.
Well, this is the fantasy log. It is what we do.
It is. Let's talk about this is also just hilarious because it's funny when bad things happen to bad people.
Yes, it is.
Vince
Makes me
Russo,
a shade
how
fraud,
you doing?
but I don't care.
Because, as you might have noticed, if you were watching SmackDown from 6/13, which would be not the one from this past week, but the one from the week before, so as you keeping score at home, you might have noticed that you might remember that Lana attacked Naomi after her match and then held up the women's title.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you were paying attention to the commentary, you might have noticed that JBL inadvertently called it a belt, and Vince flipped his shit.
It's a belt. She was holding a belt. What the hell else would she be holding?
Vince has a strict Vince has a strict ban on the term belt. He thinks it should always be referred to as the championship. And I one of the few times that sort of thing happened, and I actually caught it on air because I heard JBL say belt and then immediately go silent, and I went, "Oh shit!" And then there was about 4 to 5 seconds of silence, and then JBL came back in and immediately said something about the championship. And apparently, I wasn't paying that much attention, but apparently on screen, you could still see JBL because they cut to a wide shot, and you could see JBL on the table talking to somebody with his mic muted.
I know it didn't happen, but I like to picture right when he said it, the other commentators go, again, that like somebody got called to the principal, like, ooh.
Yeah, somebody said it immediately because in a wide shot, you could see him talking despite the mic being off. And a visible reaction acknowledging the mistake. And I believe he said something immediately about the women's championship immediately after. So you fucked up, JBL.
Hashtag fire JBL.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ronaldo for SmackDown.
Hashtag hire Farouk.
Damn.
I would accept like a fourth commentator if that's all he did was everyone's damn.
Perfect. That should be Booker's job on Raw, and just so often he goes shucky ducky quack quack.
Yeah.
Every once in a while he goes, "Tell me I didn't just see that."
Yeah, there you go.
or on the rare occasion he acts as the voice of the entire WWE universe. This is painful, man. Anyway,
just combine the two and just be like, "Oh, it's the belt." Tell me he didn't just say that.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay, moving along. I know some people have been bringing this up a little bit, but I know a lot of people have been missing Kane lately.
You mean Mayor Kane?
Yeah. Has been around for a while. For those that are unaware, Kane is running for the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
What I just said.
Or Knoxville, Tennessee, as the case might be. It's technically called both. And I'm going to give future Mayor Kane credit. He has a great election plan.
Fire and brimstone?
No. Kane went out and he hired the, short of maybe Paul Heyman, probably one of the best pitchmen you could get to help your political campaign.
Vince McMahon?
No.
Jimmy Hart?
No, he's good too, though. No. And he announced that there's actually going to be an event on July 12th where Kane will be with said pitchman to promote his campaign. And there was a video put up on Twitter by said pitchman advertising said event at which they will be promoting Glenn Jacobs for mayor. Ric Flair.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Break out the booze and the cameras, ladies and gentlemen.
I want you all to come see me in Knoxville, Tennessee, and support my friend Glenn Jacobs. There's only one Glenn Jacobs. There's only one Kane for mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. Woo! Woo!
KFC Georgia Gold.
Also, yes. Also, I should note, I'm not sure who's giving it French got who here, but Ric Flair is wearing, with his face as the O, a goat t-shirt.
Well, to be fair, he is the original.
He is. It's the goat. His younger face with the sunglasses is the O, and it says underneath, greatest of all time, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Presumably available now.
Does it have a WWE logo on it?
Not that I see, so I'm assuming it's one of it. You can probably get it on Ric Flair's website or something.
Ah, he made it. Fair enough.
I would assume so. That happens.
Well, if that's the case, then technically Jericho could file against him. Because I think Jericho made his shirt first.
Maybe.
Jericho invented that.
Literally.
Technically, yes.
Anyway.
That's one of the few things he could lay claim that he invented that.
Well, technically, didn't Daniel Bryan invent being a goat first?
He did, but Daniel Bryan didn't capitalize on it. And they were referring to him as a goat literally, not figuratively.
I know, but it's still funny.
Oh my God, he's running SmackDown, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not GM mode, it's Goat Simulator.
Yes!
That deserves a slow clap.
Beautiful. Completely random, unrelated note for 1 second, by the way, John.
Yes.
Games that are amazing like Goat Simulator, if you're interested. I watched a video, the Angry Video Game Nerd and his friend Mike reviewed a game that is apparently the premise of the game is one person is playing as a baby trying to kill themselves, and the other person is playing as a dad trying to stop them.
Who's Your Daddy, I think?
Yes, that one. Thought you'd be interested as the stay-at-home dad gamer in your spare time.
That game
Good stuff.
Hard. The baby's like
it looked incredibly hard when they played it.
Eating batteries and shit.
Yeah, the baby has a completely unfair advantage. It's really hard to win as a dad.
Yeah, that's life too.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun, horrible shit you can do in that game too. Like, oh, I'm gonna douse myself in this accelerant and then jump on this flame. You know. But anyway, video games are for another video. We'll deal with that later. The news is over, so why don't we go to the thing that we normally are here to do?
1 hour later.
Yeah, thereabouts.
We're trying to avoid it because of what happens to poor Enzo.
Yeah, but we have to cover it. It's unfortunately required. So here we go. I'm going to throw up the good old-fashioned scores first.
Enzo, I've got one word to describe you, and
Indeed.
I'm going to spell it out for you.
Daddy broke up and Cass just steals the gimmick. That's not cool, man. He took the family car.
He did. It's true. Alrighty, so as you can see from the score page here, still in the lead at 58.75 is Team Extreme. Following up on that at 47.04 is the Certified Balor Club. And trailing at 42.77 is Team Apocalypse.
I think it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight between the two of you for second place.
I'm going to go with no.
No, we have a little while left to go here.
Yeah. It was close to the last couple weeks and then Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but I mean, I make the point here. Really, I don't. Just looking at his roster, the only way John has a chance of that happening is if Roman Reigns wins the belt and then defends it every night for like straight till SummerSlam.
Yeah, I foolishly chose good people. And WWE's like, oh yeah? Wait till you see who we use. It's like, what, are you going to put the belt on Jinder Mahal? And they're like, funny you say that.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, you want American Alpha? We're going to take them off TV for months at a time and then show them up just to job one of them out to Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Is losing to Kevin Owens really jobbing, though?
Depends.
Because it's not like he outright squashed fucking
No, he pretty much no-sold everything Gable threw at him and then beat him with one power bomb.
But that's his finisher.
I know, but still, that was one move.
Yeah, that sounds like a squash match.
I mean, Gable got off a bunch of suplexes and shit, but then Kevin Owens just hit him with one power, kicked out of his finisher, hit him with one power bomb, and then won. All I'm saying. Not sure why Jason Jordan felt the need to not stay at ringside. Feel like that might have helped. Just saying.
Probably. But we'll get there.
Indy, let's do Raw first, as we are wont to do.
Mm-hmm.
To the Monday Night Raws.
This is John's yard.
It is.
No. All my good people got...
John's the #1 contender. He doesn't care about anybody else.
Evidently.
Yeah, we know why Roman's allowed to do that, but really, why is he allowed to do that? Fucking Lana did. What is that?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I want some other wrestler I want other ones to just fucking do that.
Well, in all fairness, Brock has done that on more than one occasion.
Because he's paid enough to. I want, like, fucking Heath Slater to come out and be like, wow, if Jinder Mahal can do it, I'm going to do it. I'm now the #1 and his mic gets cut off. Like, I just want someone unsanctioned to be like, now I'm #1 contender, because fuck it. Apparently that's how it works now.
See, now that you say that, you know what I want?
What?
I want the #1 contendership to come with a 24/7 rule.
Yes. Fucking yes. I'm not even sure how that would work half the time, but I support it.
I don't know.
Yeah, let them figure it out.
That could be an interesting WWE Network semi-reality show.
Indeed.
A series called 24/7 where they take something, in this case, a #1 contendership, and apply a 24/7 rule to it and just air episodes.
Jeff.
Hmm?
They have a show called 24/7, and it's not that.
Oh. Well, it's not like that show is popular, so revamp it into this.
This one will be 24/7 rule. Totally different.
Yes. Anyway, let us continue.
Mm-hmm.
So, the June 19th edition of Raw is coming from the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana.
Did Russo show up?
No. Not that we know of, anyway. But I'm sure he was emailing Vince. So we open things up directly. Not even any pyro. Roman Reigns is like, no, fuck that. I'm coming out here.
Pretty much.
Roman gets to the ring, says, whether you like it or not, no one can beat him one-on-one. He points out that he has beaten Strowman, Balor, Rollins, and The Undertaker. Doesn't matter whether Brock or Joe win at Great Balls of Fire because he's #1 contender for the title at SummerSlam. It's his yard. He makes the rules. Samoa Joe comes out and debates that. Reintroduced himself saying he's the true #1 contender. Reigns says he'll never be Samoa Joe to him. He'll always just be Joe. Just Joe. Joe drops Reigns with a headbutt that sends Reigns rolling out of the ring. And then beats Reigns down around ringside and throws it back in the ring. Goes with a coquina clutch, but instead gets dropped with a Superman punch.
Samoan on Samoan action.
So Joe rolls outside and then backs away slowly. So that's going to be opening promo. That's going to be assault for both men. And it's going to be a finisher for both men and an escape for Reigns. So let's see. Joe's getting 5 for the promo, 4 for an assault, 1 for a coquina clutch. Is 5, 4, 9, 10 points to Joe.
Yay.
Now, before I score points, by the way, leaderboards real quick. Forgot that part. Kevin Owens, the United States champion, there we go, at 446 in the lead, followed by the tie of Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's champion, and Jinder Mahal, the WWE champion, at 428 a pop. Cruiserweight champion Neville clocking in at 376, followed by Samoa Joe at 349, AJ Styles at 340, A Double at 331, Sami Zayn at 323, TJ Perkins at 319, and Cesaro rounding out the top 10 at 316.
TJP.
Lost his match. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and award 10 points to Samoa Joe. And then Roman Reigns is going to get the same 10 points plus 3 points for escape. Get coquina clutch is 13. And Roman at 244. After this, we see the Hardy Boys backstage, getting ready for their match. And we find out that Joe and Reigns are going to be the main event later in the night. Actually, they're not even the main event. They're just a mid-card match. Never mind. But following this, we have ourselves the Hardy Boys versus the Club in a tag team match player. Decent back-and-forth matches you would expect from these guys. The Hardys pull out the victory with a twist of fate and Swanton Bomb.
Of course they do.
Indeed they do. So, we'll do the heels first. Anderson gets 5 for competing, 1 for a move, is 6 points to Carl Anderson. Okay, that air conditioner is getting too cold now. Let's turn that off. Sorry. As I was saying, 6 points to Carl Anderson. Whoever the hell's watching TV while I'm scoring, turn it the hell off.
No one's watching TV.
I can hear the TV on. Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying to you. Why would I lie to you?
That's your secret? I don't know.
Anyway, as I was saying, then Luke Gallows is going to get himself 5 points for competing and 2 moves, so he's going to get 7 points. 8. And then we're going to go to the Hardy Boys. Jeff got the victory, so we'll do Matt first. Matt is going to get 15 for the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. 3 moves is 23 to Matt. He's going to put Matt at 303, actually. And Jeff won the match. He gets 20 for that. 5 for competing is 25. And Jeff had 3 moves, is 28 points to Jeff Hardy.
Harvey?
Harvey
D.
Jeff Harvey D.
Yes.
The most extreme jump off of shit person ever.
Basically.
Hashtag all the drugs.
Yeah. Spider-Man's like, damn.
So,
Oh shit, he was in a game, wasn't he? One of the like SmackDown games. Didn't they have Spider-Man?
Yeah. So I wanted. Well, they had his entrance.
Oh, okay.
okay then.
Yeah, they had the entrance in there. I think it was the year one of the Spider-Man movies came out. I think like the Raimi one.
Puts Jeff Hardy at 324.
It's a pretty cool looking entrance too.
All right then.
At the very least, he was in Tony Hawk, which means Tony Hawk is now part of the Marvel MCU.
Yes.
Or I guess MCU, not Marvel MCU. Headcanon is fucking fun.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So, that's that match. Rolling along, we have a Shattered Dreams production. Goldust invites R-Truth to take a first-hand look at his new project next week on Raw, titled A Shattered Truth. So, promo to Goldust. $52. All right. Next, Elias Sampson gets in the ring to sing another song. He asks the crowd to be quiet while he tunes a guitar, but before he can get to the song, he's interrupted by Finn Balor's entrance music. Balor makes his entrance to the ring for his match, and Sampson backs off and heads up the ramp, looking very displeased. Promo to Sampson.
Feud confirmed.
$104. Finn Balor then has a match against Bo Dallas.
Bo, leave.
Or, more likely, given his goatee, Bo Dallas' evil twin brother from the Mirror Universe.
Bo Wyatt?
Yes. Ob Dallas.
Ob Dallas, exactly. So anyway, Ob Dallas jumps Finn Balor before the bell and beats him down around the ring until the ref pulls him off. Then give Balor a minute to recover, and then he calls for the bell. And Ob immediately takes Finn into the corner with punches, beats the crap out of him for a while, until Finn manages to knock Bo outside the ring, hit him with the soccer kick, slam him into the barricade a few times, throw him back in the ring, sling blade, drop kick, coup de grace, pinfall. So Bo Dallas hit no moves. So Bo Dallas is going to get 5 showing up points. And Finn Balor gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25. And Balor had 4 moves. It's 29 points to Finn Balor. $341. And back in the top 10 for Finn Balor. All right. After this, we go to the announce table where Corey Graves hears something in his headset and abruptly leaves. We see the commercial for the video game next, which we talked about already. We then cut to Kurt Angle in the back on his phone when Corey Graves walks in and says he's here to help and he's going to tell Angle his plan. But Enzo and Cass interrupt, Cass demanding that Kurt get to the things under control so him and Enzo stop getting attacked all the damn time. Enzo says he thinks it's the Revival, while Cass said he originally thought it was Enzo who attacked him, but now he thinks it was the Big Show. Angle says it's going to be sorted out before the end of the night, and the two walk off as Corey continues talking to Kurt. So, promo to Enzo and Cass. Had big Cass. So we go out to the ring where Seth Rollins comes out in some jeans and talks up the video game. He gets interrupted by Bray Wyatt, who calls him a corporate shill. Says he can act like a good and honest man, but he's not one. He counters that Wyatt is too egotistical and thinks he knows everything, but that in his world, Wyatt isn't a god, he's a coward. Wyatt says Rollins is not safe in his world, that it's time to make a sacrifice. The lights go out, his music hits, and Wyatt comes out to ringside, and Rollins attacks him, and gets the better of him, and Bray ends up retreating. So promo to Rollins and Bray. And technically an assault to Rollins as well. So Bray is going to get 5 points, puts him at 300 even. Seth is going to get 5 for the promo, and 4 for an assault. It's 9 points to Seth freaking Rollins. E23. Top 10 for Rollins. After this, Finn Balor is interviewed backstage where he talks about how his sights are set on the Universal title. He's about to give his prediction for the winner of the Joe vs. Reigns match later, but gets jumped from behind by Elias Sampson, who beats him up and down the locker room area and tells him never to upstage him again. And Balor is saved by Devon in a suit, who chases off Sampson.
Devon in a suit.
That's what it was. So that would be a promo for Balor and then assault for Sampson. Promo. So that's 346, and Sampson gets 4 for an assault. It's at 108. After this, Corey Graves has come back to commentary and says he stands behind Kurt Angle 100% in his still unknown personal issue. After that, we have ourselves a cruiserweight match playa featuring Akira Tozawa versus TJP. Titus interrupts the match before it can start and proceeds to do a Michael Buffer-style ring intro to hype the matchup. He puts Akira over during the intro, saying he'll be the next Cruiserweight champion, much to Tozawa's chagrin. After only a couple of moments of the action going on, however, Neville's music hits and he comes out and joins the commentary table, saying he wanted to come out and take a closer look at Tozawa after Titus's earlier claims. Tozawa and TJP go back and forth, with Tozawa eventually getting the upper hand as he comes back from a gutbuster with a kick, a German suplex, and the top rope senton drop. Titus gets on the mic and celebrates with Tozawa, saying he and Cruz have a match against Cesaro and Sheamus later, and he tells Tozawa if he signs with the Titus brand, he'll be the next Cruiserweight champion. Neville grabs a mic and objects to this, saying that Titus is a peasant who should watch his mouth, and Tozawa should tread carefully and stop disrespecting him. Titus says that Neville looks like a scared little boy, and that the Neville level, as he's been calling it in recent weeks, is going to be obliterated by the power of Tozawa. So, yeah. So, let's see here. That's promo.
So, is Titus supposed to be a face or a heel?
No one knows.
Okay, then.
Excuse me. So let's see. Titus is going to get 5 for promo. And Neville is going to get 5 for commentary and 5 for promo. So 10 points to Neville. Neville. 386. And then TJP is going to get 5 points for being in this match, as well as 2 move points. That's 7 to TJP. 326. And Tozawa won this match, so he'll get 20 points for that. 5 for competing is 25. And 3 moves is 28 points to Tozawa. 38. Puts him at 342. And a slot in the top 10. We cut backstage where Curtis Axel is consoling Bo Dallas after his loss to Finn Balor. earlier in the evening. The Miz walks in and cuts a really good promo on them. As he points out to them that, look at this. You two are a disgrace. You started with me in the Marine 5, and when you were in the Marine 5, you guys were awesome. Yeah. You guys were confident. You guys were the men there. Here, you're a joke. So I'm going to make you an offer. Join my entourage, and I will raise you up to levels you only dreamed of. At least, think about it. Bo gets up and almost looks like he's going to punch the Miz in the face, but Axel restrains him and tells him that they should think about it. Miz leaves. So promo to Axel Dallas and Miz.
I still say they should have had Bo Dallas join Bray Wyatt since they bothered to have him grow out the beard.
Did they have him, or did he do that on his own?
Dun, dun,
Either
dun.
way, they're both on the same show now. They might as well.
Yeah.
Besides, they need to have legitimate competition for the Hardy Boys because it'd be brothers versus brothers.
That is true.
And who wouldn't want to see that match for the WWE tag titles?
That would be an interesting match. So, following that whole situation, Samoa Joe does an interview backstage, shows some highlights of him beating up Roman Reigns on his Raw debut, which he won cleanly, by the way. He says Reigns is going to leave here a broken man tonight, and he should be careful what he asks for because he's going to bear Lesnar for the Universal title at Great Laws of Fire, and beat Lesnar, for the Great title, and he's not going to let go of it.
Never going to give it up.
Never going to let it down. Promo to Joe. Promo to some guy named Joe.
Just Joe.
Just Joe. That's 364.
Promo to SoCal Joe.
SoCal.
That's what his Titantron says.
Nice. Samoa Joe then goes out to the ring to fight Roman Reigns. They had themselves a match. And it's a good back and forth match between these two for a Roman Reigns match. And we get to the end where Reigns had gotten the upper hand and Joe rolled out and waited till the referee's 9 count and then slid back in the ring. Reigns was in the corner gearing up to spear him after he rolled back in, but all of a sudden there was a loud beeping noise filling the arena. As
It's
I looked
a
at...
bomb.
No. We look up to the Titantron screen where we see an ambulance backing up into the arena. The back doors burst open, revealing Braun Strowman. Reigns is distracted by this and ends up in a Coquina clutch and passes out.
Thank you, Jim.
Fuck you, Strowman.
You have Strowman.
I know, but he just cost Brick a match, and that's not cool.
He's angry that that he got drafted to your team.
Nah.
He went and injured himself.
Yeah, he's
Anyway.
angry that Don allowed him to be drafted to your team, so he's seeking revenge.
Yeah.
He's also angry that John would pick Reigns over him.
I had him though. Then he got Bischoffed.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so Roman Reigns lost this match, so he get 5 for competing. And actually 13 moves, so 18 points to Roman. That's 262. And then Samoa Joe won the match, so that's 20, and 5 for competing is 25. And move points is 39 points to Joe. $94. What's Joe at 403? We will throw Braun Strowman an interference for that. Which puts him at 162. Following this, Joe heads to the back, and Roman Reigns is still lying in the ring recovering when Braun Strowman's music hits and he comes out to the ring. He grabs a mic and tells Reigns he's not finished with him. You forgot, I'm not finished with you! He then picks Reigns up and hits him with a reverse chokeslam, taunts the crowd, then grabs the mic again and tells Reigns that if he's man enough, come see him at Great Balls of Fire in an ambulance match.
Who does he think he is, Raphael? I'm not finished with you yet. Damn.
No, that's where he finishes the first one. He just puts his hands up to the sky, and then that's when Rod Simmons just walks up behind him. Damn.
There you go.
Anyway, so that is a promo and an assault for Braun Strowman, and a finisher. So that's actually 10 points to Braun. Thank you, Strowman. Sorry, John. Rolling along, we have a video package of R-Truth accepting Goldust's invitation next week. So, promo to R-Truth. Okay. Anyway, what else we got here? Let's see. After this, The Miz comes out to the ring for a special edition of Miz TV. Said episode is honoring his guest Maurice in an attempt to apologize for the last couple of weeks' worth of shenanigans, including but not limited to knocking her off an apron and destroying the grandfather clock that she bought him. Miz has gone all out for this, including decorating the ring, bringing out the red carpet, and having not one, but 2 dancing bears who are holding I'm sorry signs. There's also a large red box. Miz asks Maurice to come out, and basically asks her to forgive him, saying he got 2 bears this week, and he checked them out. They're fine. And that, he's really sorry, and he has her open the box to reveal the grandfather clock, explaining that he repaired it, and that all those nights that she made him sleep in the couch, she made him sleep on the couch and thought he was done sleeping on the couch. He was actually in the garage watching YouTube videos of how to fix a grandfather clock. She seems very pleased by all this and looks ready to forgive him when Dean Ambrose interrupts. When his music hits, the Miz is startled and accidentally spills Maurice's champagne all over her. As Ambrose gets to the ring, Miz charges at him, but Ambrose sidesteps him like a true champ, and Miz crashes into and destroys the grandfather clock again. Maurice then slaps the Miz in the face and storms off. Ambrose tries to hit the Miz, and Miz screams that apology and trying to get her to come back, and afterward, he turns around and tries to attack Ambrose, who sets him up for a dirty deed, but Miz manages to slip free. Ambrose clotheslines him out of the ring and looks down at him when suddenly Ambrose is jumped by the two guys in bear costumes.
Yeah.
The two bears beat the shit out of him and take off their masks to reveal that they are Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
The Bears.
Who have taken up the Miz on his offer. They proceed to hold Ambrose back as the Miz boots him in the face and then hits him with a skull-crushing finale.
So Job Squad 2.0.
Indeed. And if you're wondering, yes, now that Miz has these cronies, that's why Maurice is probably leaving TV for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
So, overall at that, let's say, that's promo for Miz and Maurice, and assault for him and the other three. So we'll do Maurice first. It's a promo for Maurice. Does slapping Miz in the face constitute an assault?
No.
I would say yes, but that's me. Because he did assault her husband. Or she did assault her husband.
Mm-hmm.
She slapped him in the face. I'm pretty sure if wife blade slapped you in the face, the law would constitute that as assault.
Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the rest of the stuff she'd do that they would constitute as assault.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now the other question is, does she get a finisher point for using the default finisher of all women in video games for the first 15 years that there was women in wrestling video games?
No, because she has an actual finisher. And
Yeah,
it's
you
not
can't
that.
just steal Tifa's and Elena's.
What's her actual finisher anyway?
French kiss.
Oh, was it the French kiss? Yeah.
DDT.
Oh yeah, snap or flowing DDT with theatrics. Fair enough. I'm gonna make a special case here. I'm gonna give Maurice 2 points.
Okay.
We'll split the difference.
Okay.
147. Okay. Now, the Miz is gonna.
The Bears.
You want to do the Bears first? All right, we'll do the Bears. So the Bears are gonna get an assault each. So Bear Dallas.
Would they not also get promo points for being out there for the whole promo bit?
No, because they didn't say anything.
Fair enough.
Them's the rules. But that is 14 for Bear Dallas. And then Bear Dallas Axel gets 14.
Yes. I don't know if you just made furries or new Star Fox characters, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for John because WWE just handed half of John's points to you now.
Yeah.
Because Maurice is gone, and now Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are back on TV, and you have them. So literally, they just said, fuck John. He doesn't deserve those points.
I think we're well beyond the point that said that.
Yeah.
But
I think the fuck John came right around the time they allowed you to take AJ Styles.
Hey, John could have taken him back. He had ample opportunity to do so. He chose not to. Can't remember who you took.
One of the, 6 people that we kept trading. Or no, one of the 2 people that we traded 6 times.
Yeah.
No. I'm fairly certain in the last draft I was the only one that touched AJ Styles.
Maybe, I don't know.
I can tell you. Let me scroll down here. Let's take a look. Let's see. AJ Styles. Technically,
as I recall, I took AJ, and then you had the opportunity to take him back, but you chose. I think you took Reigns off of me or something like that.
Don't know.
he did take Reigns, but that was before, because it looks like what happened here, as I'm seeing this correctly. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm looking at here. Because I'm seeing under the list of Jeff's draft picks, Jeff's second pick from John was AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
But John's third pick from Jeff was AJ Styles.
Oh, he did take him back. Okay.
But I don't see you as taking him back again.
So maybe you recorded it wrong, because obviously I don't recall ever having to take him back. That's the thing.
It probably got lost in everyone taking Finn Balor.
Yeah, no, I see. I see what happened here is that I have you listed as taking Sasha Banks from him twice, which I don't think happened. So that last one must have been supposed to be AJ Styles and not Sasha.
Sorry, but your Sasha's in another castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he took Sasha, and I never took her back. So.
Yeah. Okay. I got this thing all fucked up, but anyway, we'll deal with that later.
Mm-hmm.
Moving along in the program.
Speaking of, we forgot to do the drafting before the scoring, but
we'll do it after Raw. They're not until SmackDown.
Right. I understand they didn't even show up on SmackDown.
No, they didn't. So it doesn't really fucking matter. We'll do it later. Moving along. The Miz is going to get, let's see here, some promo points, some assault points, and a skull-crushing finale. So that's 10 points to the Miz. And then Dean Ambrose is going to get points for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we said anything.
Oh, shouldn't Miz also get escape points for escaping the dirty deeds?
Yes. Good call.
You're welcome, John.
Yay.
That's 357 for the Miz. And then Dean Ambrose didn't actually say anything. So Ambrose is basically just going to get 4 for an assault because he did attack the Miz. So that's all Ambrose is going to get. Puts him at 256. All right. Moving along.
He comes from the Samoa Joe school of wrestling. I don't talk, I fight.
Yeah.
Except Samoa Joe's a hypocrite because he then goes and begins to talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe, but I calls it like I sees it.
We see Kurt talking to the Big Show, presumably about the certified situation. Cole promotes that Lesnar's going to be at Raw next week. And then we go to a tag team match play-up.
Okay.
The tag champs, Sheamus Cesaro versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. It's a non-title match.
I would hope so.
The tag champs pretty much dominated from the early part of the match. However, there is a point at which Crews manages to stun Cesaro with a kick to the head and tag in Titus, who drops Cesaro with a running shoulder block, throws him into the corner, and hits a running splash and then a big boot. Sheamus blind tags in but misses a flying clothesline, gets slammed by Titus, and then hit with a standing moonsault. But Cesaro manages to cheap shot Crews from outside behind the ref's back after Sheamus kicked out. And the tag champs managed to get the upper hand and win the match.
Are they trying to slow face turn Titus? Because that's what it seems like, because they were clearly the face team in this match.
Yeah.
That's weird. What is going on?
I don't know. That happened. I'm going to assume, I think the match ended with a bro kick. I'm not sure because this recapper cut off mid-paragraph. Cesaro cheap shots, Cruz behind the ref's back, then tags in and...
Sir, you fail at journalism.
So, I'm relatively certain a bro kick into that match after the cheap shot.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
And nuclear warfare.
Oh, yes.
Also throwing batarangs at Batman VR. I'm just
lean over that ring.
I'm just saying, if you're remotely close, it'll curve and hit the target.
First try.
That game is amazing, by the way.
The VR one?
Yes.
Gotcha.
It is incredible. Oh my god. It's only an hour long, plus Riddler content, but it's amazing. I'll tell you about it after the recording. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, Jeff, did you want to look up and see how that tag match ended?
I'm trying, but...
Try harder, damn you.
Bleacher Report, this is a hot fucking mess of results that you have here. You've, like, missed half the fucking results, and what you have is out of order. What the fuck? You fail, Bleacher Report! You fail! And you're fired! Is there anything here that's not Bleacher Report? Come on. Right, let me actually put in June 19th. 2017. Okay. All right, let's go to the horse's mouth. What say you, Vincent Kennedy McMahon? Let's see. Which one was it? It was the tag match. God, they look weird in those bear suits. Oh my god, yeah. Dude! Bo! You have a Wyatt family beard! Why are you not in the Wyatt family? Let's see. Alright, so... They won with their tag team move.
What the fuck is their tag team move?
I don't know. It says a devastating tag team maneuver off the top rope.
Oh, okay. That one.
That's what WWE says.
All right, Cesaro and Sheamus. Let's see here. That would be the... let's see here. Which one is that? That would be the white noise diving neckbreaker combination.
All right. Why is this not moving? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, their main one is Cesaro doing a spine buster while Sheamus hits a bro kick. That's their finisher. But their signatures include a military press lift into a very European uppercut, the white noise into a diving neckbreaker, and the rolling fireman's carry slam followed by a double foot stomp.
Yeah, this one says they hit a double team white noise for the win.
Okay, so the white noise neckbreaker. Fair enough. Either way, it's a point. Doesn't really fucking matter.
Yep. Point to both, because it's a double team.
Indeed. So, let's see. Points to Titus and Apollo first for trying. So Apollo's going to get 6 points.
John gets thank you for trying points.
139. Wait, hang on. That was Alicia Fox. That wasn't Apollo. Undo.
Wow, you look a little busty nowadays, Apollo.
We did have a kid. It changes you.
Oh, is that what happened to your hair?
Yeah. did have hair before I had kids. Fact.
That's why his hair wouldn't grow back. That's not what happened to his hair.
Titus. He's going to get 5 points for competing. And 4 removes is 9 points to Titus. Ultimate 114. All right.
What happened to his hair is he tried backyard wrestling and it didn't end well. True story. Well, it wasn't technically backyard. It was in your house, but you know what I'm talking about, John. The thing that led to your injury. You had to have that surgery on your leg?
It wasn't surgery, but yeah.
I thought they surgically released the pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah, they cut it and drained it. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to dig a hole in your leg.
I'll just cut it.
Oh.
Just squeeze it all out.
Oh, the hole itself was because of the injury?
No, they just cut it. It was just like a buildup of blood, and they just cut it and just drained it.
Ah.
They didn't have to dig or anything.
It was just an incision. Fair enough. Yeah. He had a talking leg for a couple of months. I remember that. I'm sure Wife Blade does too, because I remember her reaction to that. Spoilers, she wasn't very happy.
Anyway. What else we got here? So let's continue here to the tag champs. I'm going to assume Sheamus was a legal man.
Since there was a double team white noise, I would have to assume so.
So we'll do Cesaro first. 15 for being on the winning team, 5 for competing is 20, and 2 points is 22 to Cesaro.
Cesaro.
32, that's 338. And the top 10 for Cesaro. And Sheamus is going to get 20. 5 for winning is 25. And 1 point is 26 to Sheamus.
Sheamus.
So that's 92, 02, and 6 is 308. All right.
All right, all right.
All right, all right. We have a video package promoting Lesnar v. Joe. Lesnar says that Joe is a punk-ass bitch, and he's going to run through him like a freight train on fire. Promo to Lesnar and Paulus.
Paulus.
Basically. Following this, we have ourselves a women's match. It's Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. Alexa Bliss is doing commentary for this one, but shortly after the match begins, Emma comes out, confronts Alexa at commentary, and they begin beating the hell out of each other. They beat their way down the ramp and up into the ring, where Alexa hides behind Emma, and Emma's like, fuck it, and it kicks Nia in the gut and gets Sasha disqualified.
Actually, Jim?
What?
Cesaro was the legal man.
Hmm?
Cesaro got the pin.
What a twist.
What a twist.
Yeah, I just looked up the footage. Yeah, Cesaro tagged in when Sheamus picked up whoever the hell that was. And then they delivered the win. I think that's Apollo? Yeah, that's Apollo.
Okay, so that's 343 to Cesaro, and we'll take 5 points away from Sheamus.
Apparently, Sheamus thinks he's Razor Ramon. Because at the end of the match, he was doing this to Cesaro. I'm like, dude, you're not Razor Ramon. Stop that.
Oh, I said, hey, yo.
No. Sheamus' thing is, are you not entertained? And he should stick with that because it's a good thing. I miss him saying that. Are you not entertained? I thought that was a good gimmick.
So anyway, Emma kicked Nia in the gut and got Sasha disqualified. And this leads to a women's brawl. Emma and Alexa beat down Sasha until Dana Brooke and Mickey make the save. Nia then takes Mickey and Dana out and slams Sasha, but she misses a leg drop. Bailey then hits the ring next, drops Alexa and Emma, suplexes Alexa, splash on Emma in the corner, knee to Emma's face. Nia takes Bailey to the corner, but Mickey and Dana pull Nia off, and Bailey manages to hit her with a bulldog off the middle rope. Dana and Mickey both dropkick Nia and send her rolling out of the ring, and the faces watch down at the heels as they retreat.
I smell a Survivor Series match.
You're a little early.
I know, but they can. But it's WWE. They can extend it out.
Yeah. They can, but that doesn't mean they should.
There's a lot of things they shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Like Bailey versus Charlotte, but they did it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, they can extend it out. Oh, we don't remember what happened the last time they decided to extend a Raw Women's feud.
I just mentioned it.
How many months did we have Charlotte versus Sasha?
Yeah, there was that too. But see, the thing they did wrong with that would have been fine. But the thing they did wrong with that is that they had the title change hands like every fucking week. It's like you can't have your title change hands that much in one feud. That just makes the feud irrelevant. They fucked up both ways because with that feud they had to change hands too often, and with the fucking Bailey Charlotte feud, like they had to change hands too quick. It wasn't that often, but it was the first changing of the title was too quick. Whereas with the Sasha one, they actually built that up and then had her take it. Whereas with Bailey, they just outright fucking gave it to her, and it's like, what are you doing? You can't do that. So yeah, they kind of fucked it up with the booking, and it had nothing to do with the length of the feud. The length of Sasha and Charlotte, that was actually a good length for a feud. It was the fact that they basically gave the resolution of it away in like the first meeting of the two, and you're just like, no. It was kind of like the Bailey Charlotte feud, except with the Bailey Charlotte feud, they cut it off at the knees and didn't expand it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not how you fix the problem, WWE. You don't just stop the feud when you realize, oh, maybe we shouldn't have it change hands multiple times. No, how about having a proper feud, having it change hands once, so there's an impact to the changing of the title. It's like, no, that never crossed their minds. Like, we can't do that. That would make too much sense. And nobody cares. That's great. You guys are typical WWE fans, and this is why the women don't gain traction in WWE.
No, I'm mad at them for fucking over the Bailey thing.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they kind of fucked her over. I don't know if she's going to recover from that. I mean, she's still going to get the kids market, but still. She's like John Cena in that regard. She's never, ever, 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 ever going to lose that market.
Getting back together.
Unless they actually get ballsy and heel turn her. It's the only way she's ever going to lose that market. But I think since she's got basically a firm grip on like the kids and more specifically the little girls market, I don't think they're going to ever heel turn her for the same reason they won't ever heel turn John Cena. So moving on to the next match.
Can I score this one first?
Sure. I didn't know if you scored it or not. You could have scored it while I was talking.
I didn't do that. Anyway, let's do the competitors first. So Nia Jax wins by a DQ. So let's see. Sasha Banks has an unintentional DQ loss. So basically, that's just a standard loss, but she doesn't lose any extra points. So Sasha will get 5 for competing, and that's about it. I don't know. She does 3 moves over the course of the assault afterwards, so we'll throw those in now. So we'll go ahead and give her 8 points for Sasha. Now, let's do 5 for the match, 4 for the assault is 9, and 3 for the moves is 12 points to Sasha. Let's do that. 4. 34. All right.
All right.
Nia Jax wins the match by an unintentional DQ. So she gets 0 points for that. Fucking Emma. And so Nia will get 5 for competing. And Nia had no moves, and I could tell, so Nia's just going to get 5. Yes. Well, and actually, hang on, quick calculation. Actually, that's 121 she's going to be at, because this match technically constituted the main event.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, then.
So that means that Sasha will also get an extra 4 points for being in the main event.
Woo.
All right.
All right, so Alexa and Emma are going to get assault and interference. That's 10 points a pop.
Plus assault?
I just said assault and interference. That's 10 points a pop.
Okay.
Try paying the fuck attention.
And they did no moves during the assault?
Not really, no. The only person who hit a lot of moves in the assault was Bailey.
Fair enough.
That said, let's see. Mickey and Dana are going to get assault.
Yay.
$112. And Mickey, 78. And Bailey gets 4 for an assault. And 3 moves is 7 points to Bailey.
They need to give Mickey James the title. They need to let her have one last run before she retires.
I'm sure they will.
That'd be nice.
And then after we got the women cleared out of the ring, General Manager Kurt Angle comes in and says, we're going to get down to the bottom of this Enzo and Cass business right now. He proceeds to summon Enzo and Cass, who cut their traditional epic promo.
For the last time.
One last time. And the revival of the Big Show are brought out and questioned, and it is determined that both groups are innocent. But Corey Graves chimes in saying that he has some security camera footage we might like to see that clearly shows Big Cass staging an assault on himself by moving some crap around and then laying down in position.
I do have to point out one thing that they fucked up on.
Okay.
The security footage does not match the crime scene.
Okay.
Because at the crime scene, Big Cass had this big-ass chain. He was like the attacker used his chain. Nowhere in the security footage do you see Big Cass with a big fuck-off chain. He just lays down and puts his head on the back of his hand. He is not holding a chain. So where did this phantom chain come from? Because clearly by that security footage, Big Cass would not have had an opportunity to grab said chain because he was laying on the ground in that position that they found him in. So therefore, phantom chain.
Yep.
The referee planted it.
Yes, yeah. So WWE kind of failed because they missed one of the biggest details of the entire thing, because they made a huge deal about it the previous week when he was like, he had this chain.
Yeah.
So Big Cass innocent, and he's lying.
In any case, the evidence clearly shows that Big Cass was not assaulted and faked the assault on himself. And Corey also points out that Cass was not treated for any supposed baseball-sized injury on the back of his neck from where he was punched. Pointing out the WWE doctors didn't check on him, and neither did EMTs. And he basically points out that Cass, you were never attacked, and you attacked Enzo. Enzo answers this is true, and Cass confesses it, saying that he's been tired of, week in and week out, Enzo running his mouth every minute of every day and writing checks that his ass can't cash because Big Cass is standing behind him.
It's actually a pretty good promo by Cass.
It was quite a good promo.
It was surprisingly good, yeah.
And I have to give Enzo Amore credit. A nice little detail, and this just goes to show actually how good of an actor Enzo is, which is more than I can say about 90% of the roster. Is the fact if you watch his reaction to it, he actually cries, and I'm like, that's dedication. That's good acting right there.
Did anyone?
Because you can.
Go ahead.
I'll just say you can see the tear coming out of his eye. I'm like, wow, that's actually really good. I have to give you props, Enzo.
He was sad that Gandalf was gone. No, but did anyone point out the fact that Corey Graves is the one helping out Enzo when I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't seen in a while. He fucking hated him. I don't know why Corey Graves. It seems like he would just be like, "Hey, I know what Cass did. Snicker, snicker. Good job." I don't know. It's just weird that he's helping him out when he.
I think
hates
it's
him.
more. I think what's more, we're supposed to believe he's helping out Kurt Angle.
Oh.
And that if this didn't have the proper resolution, it would have been bad for Angle. So therefore, he had an interest in making sure the resolution came out properly for Kurt Angle. Well, that's kind of what I took away from it. Because it would look bad for Kurt Angle if he couldn't, figure out who attacked Enzo, right?
Yeah,
it's true.
And it didn't look like there was going to be a resolution until Corey piped up. So to me, it felt like Corey was helping out Kurt Angle more than Enzo. But I didn't know he hated Enzo, so yeah. It was Corey all along. That's how he got the footage. Corey's the one that put Big Cass up to it.
Yes.
You didn't know he hated Enzo.
No. Why, did he mention it on the air or something?
No, not at all. Just week in and week out consistently for months.
Yeah, but I don't know. But if he's on commentary, how am I supposed to know if that's real or if that's just because he's heel? Because they do that.
I assume it's not real. I assume it's.
No, I'm assuming they're friends in real life, but I'm talking about the character of Corey Graves hates the character of Enzo Amore in K-pop, which is why it makes no goddamn sense that he'd be helping him, per John's point.
Fair enough. I didn't think about that. But yeah, like I said, I got more that because he was constantly saying, Kurt, I'm on your side. Kurt, I'm going to help you with this. So it felt to me more like he was helping Kurt than helping Enzo. Because helping Enzo was the byproduct of making sure Kurt stayed in power. Also, it would make a lot more sense if, like I said, if it was Corey all along and he did this to throw the suspicion off of him.
Maybe.
He used Big Cass as the fall guy. I mean, obviously Big Cass is the one.
Cass.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Big Cass is the one that outright attacked Enzo, and he has no reservations about it. But I wouldn't put it past Corey to have been the quote unquote mastermind. Corey Luthor. No, here you go, Corey Fisk, the kingpin of WWE.
Corey in the house on the Upper East Side. So anyway, Cass says he's tired. This ends now. He's tired of dealing with Enzo Amore. And says he can't count how many times he's wanted to slap Enzo, but he felt bad for Enzo because everyone in the back behind that curtain doesn't like Enzo. Everyone in NXT didn't like Enzo, and I felt sorry for you.
I like them.
You know what? After the first time, I decided to let you see if you could figure it out. See if you could put the pieces together. But you're even dumber than you look. But I'll tell you, when I finally did take you out, it felt good.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, you're holding me back. Well, not anymore. As of now, we are through. Boot to the face.
The meme is back, people! Sorry, I had to. And John knows the meme to which I refer. Jim, I don't know, because I don't know if he's familiar with that one, but boot to the face.
Doesn't sound like one I'm familiar with, but okay.
Yes, there was, or boot to the head, face. I think it was interchangeable, but yeah, there was like a boot to the head meme back in the day. ...
boot.
Also, I will say, despite the fact that we kind of saw it coming as we've been talking about it on the air over the past few weeks, this was probably the best segment of the entire night.
It was quite good.
I also found it interesting that the crowd was chanting for Big Show at the end.
Yep.
Also, the crowd didn't seem to care that Big Cass just booted Enzo in the face.
Yeah, that's why they were training for Big Show. They wanted Big Show to come out and beat up Cass and save Enzo.
Yeah, but they weren't really booing Cass, so it's not like they really hated Cass for doing it.
Yeah.
They just wanted to see Big Show versus Cass.
They wanted to cheer someone coming out and whooping his ass instead of booing him.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I would gather most of the crowd internally was probably thinking, "Thank you, Cass."
Probably not if they want someone to come out and kick his ass.
Yeah, most likely not.
But still was a pretty good segment.
It was an excellent segment.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good for how annoying it is.
Yeah. Like decent mic work by Cass and great acting by Enzo, so I have to give them credit.
Yep.
And the Kurt Angle's always great.
Yep.
Although why Kurt Angle didn't just grab Cass and fucking German his ass right then and there, I don't know, but
because, well, we know why.
Because he's not cleared to do so.
He's not 7 feet tall.
Because Kurt Angle might be able to do anything with a broken freaking neck, but he cannot do anything with a surgically repaired freaking neck.
Okay, he could have dropped toe hold and put him in an ankle lock.
That might have been possible. It's the same thing. It's like bitching that Flair didn't start chopping the Bollywood boys at the pay-per-view because they weren't intended to. Let's just accept it and move on.
Yeah, fucking suits. Fucking Nash and Hall are right. Suit makes you weak. NWO for life.
Hashtag Devon in a suit.
I rest my case. Bubba Ray is still wrestling, and he's not in a suit.
However,
CM Punk is. A lawsuit.
Ha!
Simultaneously, however, there is an exception to every rule. I offer you the counterpoint. silent Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho in his suit was silent, but he was not weak.
Yeah. But I think Chris Jericho also never got confronted by anyone that he had to drop.
Well, fine. Secondary counterpoint, I point out to you that on a semi-regular basis, the guy on your shirt is taken to wearing a suit and cutting quiet promos in a darkened ring.
He has, but has he ever fought in said suit?
I don't know, but the fact is he's worn a suit and he's the United States champion and the new face of America.
Yeah, but I think he only wears a suit when he's not actually going to fight. Because like he's worn a suit like when he comes out for commentary and stuff, and he might interfere in the match, just to like get up on there and be like, "Hey, see, I have the belt, ha!" It costs people matches. But when he actually fights, he comes out in his fucking wife beater.
Okay. Okay, fine. Better example. The Boss, who will consistently rip his suit off to pedigree people that piss him off.
But that's the example I used of them saying the suit makes you weak. Because I put to you, the Boss doesn't pedigree people until after the suit comes off, i.e., he'll come out without the suit on, he'll come out with just the pants on. But if he's actually wearing the suit, he usually won't fight.
No, but he'll come out there and he'll dramatically remove the tie and his jacket and then unbutton his shirt.
And then not fight because he's a fucking pansy.
No, he fights.
No, he usually has cronies to fight for him.
No, he took his shirt and the tie off and he beat the shit out of Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
At least once.
Fair enough. But I also put to you, Boss's prerogative.
I know, but yeah.
Because Vince McMahon has done that, but that's because he's the boss.
Yeah.
Which I find kind of funny.
No, Vince McMahon tears both quads trying to get his suit off.
I find it funny that for the male superstars, if they're like all dressed nicely and shit, they usually, not all the time, but usually don't really fight. They're kind of pansies. Whereas with the women, they can fight all they want. Like fucking Lana coming out in a fucking stunning blue dress and doing the goddamn sit out spine buster. It's like, what?
Two things. One, the dress is part of her gimmick. Two, there's a reason they invented an evening gown match.
True. But there's a difference between the dress that she wears for her match, which she takes off for the match, by the way, and the dress she wore that night. Because the dress she wore that night was literally just a dress. She wasn't wearing ring gear when she did the sit-out spinebuster.
Fair enough.
Which is why it was all the more impressive. Because I'm like, wait, so she's standing here in fucking heels and a fucking tight-ass dress and can actually do that without showing too much? Holy shit. That's impressive.
Anyway, let's take a look at the scores.
Indeed. So you gave appropriate points for the final segment then?
Points were awarded.
Excellent.
All right. At 60-47.
Damn.
Is Team Extreme, followed at 49-25 by Balor Club, and at 44-24 Team Apocalypse.
Damn. Damn.
Damn.
STL 205L.
This has been your segment of narration for the blind.
God, it's what we have Braille for.
Anyway, SmackDown for June 20th aired from the Wright State University Nutter Center.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
He did, wherever the fuck that is.
I'm glad this wasn't in England, because that has a completely different connotation in England.
Can we... I just wish that Mick Foley were there just so he could do that. Here in the Nutter, whatever it was, center in wherever we are. And everyone's like, yeah, wait, what?
Well, the guy didn't write down where the Wright State University Nutter Center actually is.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I just love to make fun of the cheap pop.
Oh, that's right. It's in Dayton, Ohio. I should have remembered that given what happened.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling I don't want to know, but I don't think I have a choice.
Dean, you need to have a talk with your people, because that's some messed up naming conventions over there.
Yeah. I remind you, they're also the Miz's people.
Miz doesn't have people.
He's got Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Again, the Miz doesn't have
your people.
He's got more people than you do.
It's true.
I have you guys. And you're better than Axel and Dallas. I'll rest my case.
We need bare names then.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving along, SmackDown opens up with the women who did not win the Money in the Bank ladder match. In the back, wanted to talk to newly returned General Manager Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan! All right. They'll ask him what he's going to do about James Ellsworth's interference in the match, and he says he's going to see what Carmella and Ellsworth have to say about this first. So, promo to those four ladies. That's Becky. Charlotte. Natalia. And Tamina. So we get out to the ring where we are joined by Carmel Ellsworth. And Ellsworth tells fans to show respect to the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Carmella. But Carmella emphasizes to Ellsworth that she doesn't care what people think. And that, there's been references to Money in the Bank matches before without the decision being overturned in regards to controversial stuff. And she mentions a few examples of this happening when interference affected the outcome of the match. And she blamed the internet trolls for badgering Daniel Bryan into doing something. She says that there are no rules in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and you can't break a rule that doesn't exist. And she's the winner no matter what the fans say. Promo to Ellsworth and Carmella. Carmelsworth. Oh my God, that's it. John.
What? Yes?
That's it. Cass is heel now.
So they can put them together.
He can transfer to SmackDown, get back together with Carmella, and James Ellsworth can be the new Enzo. It's perfect.
I was thinking that then they would trade the two. So it'd be Enzo and Ellsworth.
Oh God, that'd be even. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, I feel like they're gonna bury Enzo. So
Probably. Enzo's gonna be the next Santino.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Give it about 6 months, and Enzo Amore will be debuting in the women's division.
My name is Eliza Amore.
Oh, why? Oh, it's even better. Perfect.
Certified diva.
Ah. And this right here, this is big. Fuck, what was the name of the German chick?
Oh,
This is Big Jazzy.
Jazzy, yeah.
And she's 6'1", and you can't teach that.
She's 6'1", 350 pounds. I don't know.
Yes. Oh boy.
No, they just got to change her hair slightly, and like that has to be the joke that people think that he's like dressing up as her, or that like he fucking takes like kryptonite pills or some shit and turns into her.
Yes.
She hulks out, or he hulks out into her.
Yes. Perfect. Good times. Good times.
I have to admit, that was a pretty damn good promo by Carmella.
Indeed.
Oh, I only have one kind of criticism about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, no New York accent.
Yeah. She's from Staten Island. Doesn't really count.
Still New York accent. I mean, granted, like, you don't have much of a New York accent, and Stacy Tucker doesn't have much of a New York accent, but this is supposed to be like an emotion and passion kind of plea to the audience and just kind of being pissed off and stuff. And when you guys get emotional, your accents come out. So where's their accent? That's my only complaint.
Okay.
Yeah, because that promo, while it was really good, basically clearly showed that no, she's fake. She's not from New York. I mean, most people knew that already anyway, but still, that just kind of reinforced it.
Anyway.
But yeah, I could see like maybe Enzo and Cass being traded to SmackDown, or those two being traded to Raw, and like Cass coming out and just like booting Ellsworth in the face, be like, "Get your hands off my woman!" And then Enzo saving him, so you have Enzo and Ellsworth versus Cass.
Dramatic battle.
Yes.
Enzo and Ellsworth versus Big Cass. Epic rap battle of history.
I feel like that's where Enzo would want to take on the other two to make it fair.
The other two?
But
I figure in a rap battle, Enzo would be very equipped to destroy people.
Maybe.
But Enzo, you forgot about your other opponent.
Yes.
Also, amendment. No, Eliza Amore's partner is Bet Lesnar.
That's what I originally was going to go with, but I actually like Jazzy better. Because that's kind of like the actual Bet Lesnar.
Yeah. Anyway, following the promo, Daniel Bryan is shown backstage watching a monitor. Charlotte walks in and asks, and Daniel mentions her neck injury. Daniel agrees Carmella's point is no disqualification match, but Charlotte says that should really only apply to the people licensed to be in the match, and tells Bryan to do the right thing. Promo to Charlotte.
This right here, this is James Ellsworth, and he ain't got no chin, and you can't teach that. Ellsworth's like, what?
Yeah. This right here, this is James Ellsworth, and he's white as hell, and you can't teach that.
Bada boom, whitest guys in the room. How you do?
Yes.
Make it happen, WWE. That is gold right there.
And I want Enzo to announce him from coming from the friend zone.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
You know, the problem is if they start announcing that, though, inevitably they're going to get bro kicked.
Yeah.
Oh, that would still be worth it.
So anyway, following this, we find out that Jinder Mahal is going to take on Luke Harper in our main event tonight.
Woo.
And then Shinsuke Nakamura is going to face off against Dolph Ziggler.
This is the feud that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends.
And yet it's still significantly shorter than Owens and Zayn.
Yeah, that's the feud that never ends.
Anyway.
Well, that's what happens when you're best friends.
Indeed. So we see the New Day making their way down the hallway carrying a skeleton wearing a Day One-ish t-shirt. We go to commercial and come back.
Dayton, Ohio.
Yep. They go to the back. They go to commercial and come back to the New Day making their entrance and cutting a promo before the match about the fact the Usos ran away at Money in the Bank. And they show some still images of this and basically call them cowards.
They're not wrong.
Basically. So the match tonight is a one-on-one match between Big E and Jimmy Uso. Or as they point out that if the Usos want to insist that this is a supposed Uso penitentiary, the New Day is going to prove that this is in fact the New Day's playground. And the New Day's playground is enforced by the very buff, whatever his weight class is, Deputy E. The warden of the playground.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be the worst edition ever.
What?
I said that the digital deluxe should be called the WWE 2K18 Day One-ish edition.
Yes! That'd be great.
But I wouldn't want the Usos on the cover. I want Seth freaking Rollins.
But on the collector's one.
Ah.
No, nobody wants the Usos on the cover, but
No, not unless it's the Samoan Tribe Usos. Then I'm okay with that.
there you go.
Those Usos are actually interesting.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen at home. Jeff supports blatant racism.
I support entertainment. If they were actually entertaining without it, I'd be fine with that. But they're not entertaining at all. They're terrible. They are fucking terrible.
Fair enough. So, anywho, the match proceeds. There is much interference by people at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, sort of. And the match ends with Big E declaring victory.
Damn you, New Day.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. I'm just going to give interference to everybody at this at ringside because fuck it. I'm not sorting this out. So we're going to start right off here. We're going to go with the non-legal Jey Uso, who is going to get, let's see, 5 for covenant and 6 for interference is 11 points. That's 211 for him. And then we've got Kofi. By the way, as I'm looking at something in the chart here, I do need to ask a question.
Mm.
If Kane gets elected mayor, does that constitute a title win?
Who has Kane?
does.
I do.
You? Yeah.
Yes.
It's an OMG title.
Yes. Perfect. Anyway, Kofi Kingston is going to get himself 11 points, so he'll be at 91. And Xavier,
PhD.
yeah, and new father.
Hmm.
He could share dad tips with Apollo Crews. We've got 5 points. That's 3, 4, 5 is 112 for him. All right. Now as for the match participants, Jimmy Uso lost. So he had 2 points of moves. So that's 5 and 2 is 7 points to Jimmy. $188. And then Big E won the match. That's 20. 5 for competing is 25. And 9 move points is 34 points to Big E.
Mm.
07, 17. And 4 is 121 for Big E. All right. Following this match, Daniel Bryan is backstage on the phone with Shane when he's interrupted by Natalya and Tamina. Natalya is overly nice to Bryan while Tamina cuts to the chase and says, "What the hell are you going to do about this Carmella thing?" Bryan says he's going to announce his decision tonight, and he tells Shane on the phone he's going to have to call him back. Promo to Natalya and Tamina. Tamina. 165. All right.
Also, fuck Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Because for those who remember the pay-per-view, he actually tweeted during the pay-per-view, "Oh, this is not going to stand. We're going to take care of this on Tuesday." And then he promptly doesn't show up for SmackDown. It's like, the fuck, dude? You can't just tweet that you're going to take care of business on Tuesday and then not show up.
And see,
No?
I feel that's the point where I feel if I had it available, I would queue up a meme clip from about 2000 or so. If I had it available.
Okay.
And it would be Shane saying, "The name on the contract does say McMahon." Anyway. So following that, Naomi's backstage for an interview. She gets interrupted by Lana. They get in each other's face. Lana wants a rematch. Naomi says she'll give it to her next week. And Naomi tells her to get out of her face or she'll slap Lana back to Russia. So promo to Naomi and Lana. So that is 5. That's 3, 262. And Lana is 43. All right. After that, there's a pre-taped interview of Randy Orton where he talks about how he lost control on Sunday and that Jinder has made the mistake of making this personal because their beef is far from over and now there's no turning back. And he says, "You want to attack, my family? Maybe I'll, Maybe I'll go to India and I'll rain down RKOs on your entire family. Your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your grandparents, all of them.
Justice reigns from above.
And then I'll come back and I will get my WWE title back. And I don't care if I have to snap the necks of the Singh brothers to do it.
How is he going to find his family in India when they're from Canada?
I don't know. I make you a counterpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton found a random house of horrors that Bray Wyatt owned without being given an address.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, one would have to. Well, he didn't actually find it. The driver took him there, so one would assume the driver knew where it was. It's not like Orton drove up to the house.
You don't know that.
He did in a big serpent-shaped car.
Ha! That would have been awesome. I was going to say, did you not watch the pay-per-view where he was quite clearly seen in a limo pulling up to the house? Therefore, it's the driver that knew where it was?
Oh, he actually got out of the car. Okay, fair enough.
Or it could be the cameraman that was in the car with him.
That still doesn't make any goddamn sense, because right after Orton got a fridge dumped on him, Michael called the commentators were going, oh my god, Randy Orton's got a fridge on him. Does anybody know where this place is? We got to send medical help.
Well, the driver obviously did, because the driver obviously sat there, waited for the entire match to finish, and then drove Bray Wyatt back to the arena. So obviously the driver knew exactly where it was.
Clearly he told
And I would say the cameraman probably did too, because he was filming the entire ride.
Yeah,
so it's impossible.
Although the cameraman got fucked because there was very clearly a cameraman watching the limo drive away. At least one cameraman got fucking left in that house of horrors. He's still there.
Yeah.
Yes.
In theory, he might have left one in the Orton might have left one in the burning cabin too.
Probably, yeah. He burned a man alive in a cabin too.
And that cameraman and all the equipment comes with the house. Because as
dude, I'm gonna buy that.
Because as we all know, they did put that house up for sale afterwards.
Yeah.
Did anybody buy it?
I don't know. I just remember the article showing up like literally like the day or two after the pay-per-view. House of Horrors for sale. I was like, wait, what?
Okay, then.
Because they apparently like got the permission of the actual owners to do that stuff, but they were going to sell the house anyway. So they're like, you could do it, but you have to sell the house afterwards because we want to fucking get rid of it. And they're like, oh, okay.
That's fair. Anyway.
And they'll be like, yeah, that's fair. We're just not going to do anything to it. So you're going to get it as is, as the fucked up House of Horrors. It's like, wait, what? Because Vince is cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, Randy Orton gets promo.
Yeah.
And then we have ourselves in one of our match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler.
I heard this match was actually decent.
And yes, it was. A lot of reversing of maneuvers. The match came to an end after Nakamura kicked out of a zigzag, fought his way out of a sleeper hold with a headbutt, took Ziggler to his knees, kicked him, kneed him in the back of the neck, and then hit him with a bobaye in the face.
Whiplash.
Yeah. So Nakamura with a victory. So Dolph Ziggler is going to, let's see here, get rid of this. Dolph Ziggler is going to get 10 points for moves and 5 for competing. It's 15 points to Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggles. All points to John.
233. And then Shinsuke Nakamura wins this match. He's going to get 20, and 5 for competing is 25.
Nakamura.
And 14 moves. It's 39 points to Shinsuke Nakamura. Which puts him at 299. Following this, Daniel Bryan is in the back with Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
And Bryan informs Zayn he's booked to face Baron Corbin next week. And as they're talking, Becky walks in, and Zayn tells her he saw what happened on Sunday, and he's pulling for her. Becky complains to Bryan she's disgruntled under Sunday's match, saying that it doesn't feel to her like the SmackDown's the land of opportunity. It feels like it's the land of handouts to people who cheat to win.
Well, it is the house to Eddie Guerrero built.
People who take shortcuts. And she feels like, she's ever since she's been here on SmackDown Live, and ever since she lost the women's title, she's putting in everything and giving her all to get it back. And it seems like it's just never good enough. Someone's always just slipping ahead of her in line by cheating and not playing fair. And she just doesn't know what more she can do. No matter how hard she tries, someone else takes the opportunities, and she asks Bryan to do the right thing. So promo to Zayn and Becky.
Fair enough.
Indeed. 8. And Becky. Oh, excuse me. 129. Okay. All right. Following that, we see Kevin Owens getting ready to come out to the ring. We throw a commercial. We come back to him doing so for the Kevin Owens New Face of America Open Challenge, where he says he's going to give one lucky fan from Dayton, Ohio, a shot at the U.S. Championship. AJ Styles comes out instead and asks for the title shot, and he gets declined. Owens says he's a typical rude American, saying challenge is only for a resident of Dayton, Ohio. American Elvis music hits, and Chad Gable comes out, Jordan patting him on the shoulder in encouragement before heading backstage. Gable gets to the ring, and Owens is like, what the hell do you want? You don't live here either. And Chad Gable is like, actually, I moved to Dayton this morning.
Here's the funny thing. I read this because I didn't actually watch SmackDown. He apparently gave his address, which was apparently an address given to him by WWE. And for those in the know, the address that Chad Gable gave was the address for the university in Dayton, Ohio. So he apparently lives at the local university.
All right, then.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Anyway.
Yes.
So Chad Gable is given the title match. And Owens successfully defends his title against him.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. Yes.
I did like somebody went on Wikipedia and actually put 3640 Colonel Glenn Highway, Dayton, Ohio as his residence.
Ah.
That's kind of funny.
So it's official. Wikipedia has it, folks. It's official. Chad Gable lives at the local university in Dayton, Ohio. Not in a dorm, at the university itself, probably in the Office of Admissions.
Sure, why not? Anyway. So we have a match, and Chad Gable hits a variety of suplexes and a moonsault, but only gets 2 counts, and then just eats a pop-up powerbomb and loses. So. Oh, AJ backed up Gable's story, by the way.
Of course he did.
And then put himself over at the commentary table for this match.
Yeah, it's making even more points. AJ Styles.
AJ sucks.
But if AJ was at commentary, how did he, how did Gable lose? That makes no sense.
AJ is an honest man and chose not to interfere.
Right. Did he at least beat the crap out of Owens after the match?
No, because Owens ran like a bitch as soon as he won the match.
Oh. Fair enough.
He won the match,
Points.
took his title from the ref, and ran like hell.
Smart man. Points.
Indeed. Yeah, so Styles gets commentary points. That's 5. As well as the pre-match promo, actually. Yep, so that's actually 350
Everybody
for
should
him.
get promo points. So.
Yep.
Everybody promo.
Everybody promo.
Jason Jordan gets promo points.
Jason Jordan didn't do shit. He's getting nothing.
I thought he came.
Appearance?
He came out with fucking Chad Gable and pat him on the back. Doesn't that constitute at least a mini promo?
Yeah, yeah, all right. Same thing as an appearance. I give him an appearance.
And an out-of-stage assault. I'm kidding. Out of match assault.
No.
Are accompaniment points more than appearance points?
An appearance is 3, and accompaniment is 5.
Okay. 'Cause I was thinking, should he not be getting accompaniment points? I mean, he didn't stay, but he still accompanied him to the ring and then left.
He didn't accompany him to the ring. He stopped at the top of the stage.
Oh, right, fair
So
enough.
no, he's going to get an appearance. That's what's going to happen.
I tried, John.
Sorry. Much as I want to give you more points.
Give him more points.
Yeah, I was supposed to get some for the pay-per-view. For being the only person that guessed one of the matches. I don't even remember what it was now.
Wasn't it James Ellsworth?
No, it was before that, I think. Because we all thought the same people were going to win except one match. I was like, no, it's going to be this person. And I don't remember which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I should get 1,000 points for that. And you're like, no. I was like, oh. 2,000? You're like,
Was
yeah.
it the tag? Was it the tag match? You thought Cesaro was going to win?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Or not the Cesaro, you thought the Usos were going to win. Or you thought they were going to retain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's the ticket.
Usos. Ish. Dot. Ish.
Is H.
Ish. Moving along. So following all of that goodness, let's see. So Chad Gable is going to get 5 points for competing. He's got 7 move points. And a promo, so that's 10 and 7 is 17 points to Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
8 and 7 is 65. And Kevin Owens is going to get 20. Going to get another 20 for retention of the belt is 40. 5 for competing is 45. And 1 for his pop-up powerbomb is 46 points to KO. 86. 490, 492.
Show.
All right, we cut backstage where Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley asked Daniel Bryan for an opportunity, pointing out that when Zack Ryder was injured, they had just earned the #1 contendership and never got a title match.
Denied.
It is agreed that they can have a title match if they can defeat the Usos next week.
Again, denied.
No, denied. Given an opportunity.
Denied the opportunity.
They were given an opportunity.
Oh, really? They were denied their #1 contendership that they rightfully earned, therefore denied.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry.
They did earn that,
I'd have to side with Becky Lynch. Side with Becky Lynch on this, not the land of opportunity.
But they were given an opportunity to earn the #1 contendership again.
To re-earn it?
Yeah, they shouldn't have to. They should, by default, be the #1 contenders.
Yeah.
Except the landscape of WWE has changed in the time that they've been gone. WWE doesn't stay put just because you disappeared. Although I'll note to you that Finn Balor had to relinquish a title he never lost, and he hasn't gotten a one-on-one rematch yet.
He should, though.
Yeah, he should. I think the Hype Bros should team up with AJ Styles to fight the Power. Because AJ Styles still doesn't have his title match that he earned the #1 contendership to.
What should have happened is Zack Ryder should come out and said, "We are the #1 contenders for the tag team belts," and then they would have just gotten it.
Yes.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, dude, they need to get an interview with the New Day. They need to come out and be like, wait. So let us get this straight. You come out here on our show and just claim you're the #1 contenders? We fucking earned that shit. So step to the back of the line, people. You need to earn your shit. You can't just come onto the show and just say, I get this. No, you're not Roman Reigns. Fuck off. And they'd be right, too. Because literally the New Day just Roman Reigns that shit.
That is the executive perk of being the longest reigning tag team champions.
longest reigning Raw Tag Team Champions. Don't mean shit on SmackDown.
But it does, because the Raw Tag Team titles are considered contiguous with the WWE Tag Team titles. The SmackDown titles are considered new.
Try telling that to Charlotte.
Nude.
I'm going by what the WWE charts say.
I don't see Charlotte with the SmackDown Women's title match.
Yeah.
Despite being, a multi-time Raw Women's Champion.
That's true.
And the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion in history.
Mm. Anyway.
I mean, fucking Lana basically Roman Reigns that shit out from under fucking Charlotte.
Well, she didn't just declare herself the number one contender. She showed up and wanted to be in the Money in the Bank match. When she was declined, she just pissed Naomi off enough to give her the title match.
Yeah, she still didn't earn it. She just was like, give me a title match. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Zack Ryder and Mojo get a promo. And Mojo. All right. Following this, Sami Zayn is backstage with a clipboard and 2 Sonic milkshakes on a table. Ty Dillinger walks in and Sami asks him to rate the milkshakes. You may see where this is going.
John apparently does.
Yeah, he's gonna go. What?
Yeah. Now he proceeds to rate both milkshakes a perfect 10. And he then tells Sami he should drink both milkshakes instead of having to pick one. Sami then asks Ty if there's anything that he wouldn't rate a 10, and Ty replies, "This conversation," and then leaves.
See, I think it would have.
I'm just sad because there's no Sonic that close to me.
Oh,
Right?
There's a Sonic on the other side of town.
There's like one downtown Seattle and one I think south of me.
There's one in
So
downtown
each one-
Seattle? I didn't know
I
that.
thought so. I don't know. They're both like 30 minutes.
Hmm.
I almost got to. There's one like halfway between like our house and my parents' house. So sometimes when we meet up, we were gonna meet there one time, but my parents like, oh, it's supposed to rain. So so close.
I was disappointed that Ty Dillinger didn't say you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's apparently a Sonic in Polsbo on Viking Avenue, Northwest. There's a Sonic in Tacoma on 6th Avenue.
Yeah, it's a bit far. I could go there, but
Yeah. And then there's
about an
Sonic.
hour away.
Yeah, it looks. There's also Sonics in Bonnie Lake, Puyallup,
yeah.
Lacey, Olympia. Those are all the ones close to Seattle.
So all the ones out in the middle of butt crack nowhere. That's
Yep.
wonderful.
Yep.
And of course the capital because the capital. So yeah. Fucking politicians and their Sonic.
And their lower fucking speed limit.
Oh, do they have a lower speed limit in Olympia?
Yeah, it's like 50 down there.
What?
Assholes.
Okay. I don't know how they enforce that, but okay.
Police. I don't know.
Yep, that's usually how they do that.
Please.
Well, you know where the best gun control in the country is? Where the politicians are. They're like, oh, fuck, we're scared.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney says what? Clearly no gun control there.
He had a friend once. It didn't work out.
Yes.
That's a trading practices gun control. He held it with both hands.
Yeah.
I've got you in my sights.
Yes. Died. No.
It's high noon.
If it lives, I can kill it.
But not intentionally.
I thought it was a quail. Anyway.
Oh, those jokes never get old, even if
They
you
do. So anyway, promo to Sammy and Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
And 3 and Ty Dillinger. And that's going to put him at 130.
130.
After this, Daniel Bryan comes out to the ring to address the Money in the Bank situation.
Daniel Bryan.
He brings all the women out, says the rules say the first woman to hold the briefcase wins, points out that there's been interference in the past, but there's never been an instance where somebody else took the case down to hand it to a competitor.
Yes.
Ellsworth cuts in and says that Bryan becoming a dad to a, quote, little vegan hippie baby made him go soft. Tells him to get this over with. Bryan tells him to shut up or he'll punch him in the face and fire him.
I'd also like to point out that Ellsworth is wrong because as of WWE canon, Daniel Bryan is no longer a vegan. So you fail. Because in real life, he's no longer vegan. He had to make that change because of road life. And they wrote that into the WWE canon with the Team Hell No skit with Dr. Darby or whatever? When they were doing You remember that? Yeah. Remember there was one of the skits where they were in the restaurant and he forced them to eat each other's food, so they forced Daniel Bryan to eat meat. I think they broke that in so that in canon, Daniel Bryan would have a reason to eat meat since he stopped being a vegan for the express purpose of he couldn't find vegan food in like the contiguous 50 states. Just wasn't going to happen. So, yeah.
Well, in the muscle mass thing.
Well, there's that, but there was also, he just said that because of the rigors of road traveling and where he had to go, he found he could not find vegan food in every place he went to. So therefore, if he was going to stay vegan, he would basically have to starve himself because he wouldn't be able to find a restaurant to eat at. So he's like, I kind of had to start eating meat because that's all that was available. And then there was the muscle mass thing too. But I think it was just more availability.
Almost any place that serves meat also serves the salad.
Salad's not good enough.
Anyway. So, Carmella, Becky, and Natalya start arguing. Then Charlotte and Tamina chime in, and Bryan says he's heard enough. And he says all the women can have a Money in the Bank ladder match rematch next week on SmackDown. He takes Carmella's briefcase away, and he walks away. All the women then start brawling in the ring. Becky T-bones Tamina. Then Becky and Charlotte surround Carmella. Charlotte hits her with a natural selection as Becky locks her in the disarmor. So I'm going to throw that as, let's see.
Clusterfuck?
I'm going to make that as an assault for all women and then finishers to women who hit finishers. That's what we're going to do here.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I agree with Daniel Bryan's decision to do that. I agree and disagree with it at the same time. I agree because the precedent of Ellsworth being able to go up, grab the briefcase, and just drop it down to Carmella should not be set. So I'm glad in the respect that now that precedent is not set because he was like, nope, not going to happen. On the other hand, you just completely nullified the first ever women's Money in the Bank match. Congratulations. You just fucked over the women's division.
To be fair, I think a dude winning it kind of did that too.
That did too. That's why a lot of people were upset with that ending. So was I.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you just kind of fucked over the pay-per-view by just saying that match completely out the window. You're just like, wait, what? No,
They're making history.
Yeah, part
it's
of me,
first ever women's Money in the Bank match.
Part of me kind of thinks that he should have let it stand, but just make Carmella's life living hell on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Make her earn that fucking briefcase.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know which way to go with it because I'm glad the precedent is now out the window because that precedent should never be set because that just invites way too much bullshit. But at the same time, you just completely invalidated the Money in the Bank match. And I'm just like, oh, god damn. Women just can't win on this show.
Nope.
WWE, the land of opportunity if you ain't got boobs.
Personally, if they were going to do this, I think it would have been more interesting if then she cashed in.
Yeah.
And like got the belt so he couldn't. And then he made her life a living hell because he couldn't. That was the only way to punish her.
Yeah.
And then it would have been like, oh, look how smart she was. She was like, oh, he's probably going to take it away. Fuck it, I'm blowing it now.
Yeah. See, I still maintain if it hadn't been the historic first ever women's Money in the Bank match, I'd be more okay with the outcome. I still think it'd be bullshit.
Yes.
But I'd be like, okay, they're doing it for a story, so yeah, whatever. But because it was the historic first one and you're going to end it like that, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. That is a very good way to put
that. That is accurate. All right, so Becky had 2 finishers and Charlotte had 1. So Charlotte is going to get 5. Which is 224. And then 6 to Becky. We're at 135. All right. After that, we have our main event of Jinder Mahal versus Luke Harper.
I will say that I will go on record in saying I hope Carmella wins legitimately. Because
and then Daniel Bryan makes her life a living hell.
I could see that. Or the other divas make her life a living hell. But I want her to win legitimately just because she's got so much heat on her right now. And with her promo, she's like a super legitimate heel with actual skill. And it's like, dude, if you actually have her win it legitimately, she could ride that thing, dude. She could just fucking, take that all the way to the top, become the champ, and she would be a legitimate heel women's champion. I don't think she's all that great in the ring, but anybody can improve. But she's got the requisite mic skill, and I think that could carry her enough. That and Ellsworth, because you just give her the gimmick that she has where, like, Ellsworth does most of the work. I mean, that's a legitimate heel gimmick, and I think it works with her mic skill, because she's obviously better on the mic than Ellsworth.
Well, we prove Carmella's a legitimate heel. If only we can prove whether Ellsworth was a legitimate human being.
We can't do that because Triple H is still trying to prove whether or not Ellsworth is a legitimate man, as I pointed out on our stream on Thursday.
That is true.
So until WWE figures out whether he's actually a legitimate man or not, we will not know if he's a legitimate human being.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, main event.
Wow. I just had a thought in my head.
That's never a good thing.
That's dangerous.
John's going to love this.
Uh-oh.
That's even worse.
I feel like there's a joke. James Ellsworth has been Roger from American Dad the whole time.
What?
I just see that being a disguise and a thing he would do.
Yeah, kind of. I can see that.
Hello, honey, I'm riding this wave out. I can't have you lose this match.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Dude, they need to. What they need to do, they need to fire their entire creative department and just hire the Russo brothers to write for them.
No.
Why not?
Just no.
Why not? They've proven they can write for multiple characters and do it well.
Because I don't want anyone with the name of Russo anywhere near professional wrestling.
Dude, Civil War, one of the best Marvel movies ever made. I rest my case. They could redeem the name of Russo.
Yeah.
Because they're not assholes like the other Russo.
Yeah.
And they have actual talent, unlike the other Russo.
Anyway, Jinder Mahal versus Luke Harper is the main event.
Yes, it is.
It's a non-title match. Singh brothers are at ringside. There's back and forth. There's fighting. Jinder hits a superplex and both men are down. Baron Corbin comes out and teases cashing in his briefcase. He tells Jinder he's watching him, and then he leaves. Harper takes advantage for get a roll-up, but despite that, and a super kick, Luke gets distracted by a Singh brother on the apron, and Jinder nails him with the Colossus for the win.
Oh, now you have to tell the Singh brothers apart.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
If only one of them actually interfered.
I have no idea which one. I'm just going to pick one.
That's fine.
You suck.
You suck. Unless you want to go verify which Singh brother it was, be my guest.
Is there an image?
No.
Joy. Give me 5 minutes.
You have 2. Anyway. Meanwhile, Luke Harper lost the main event. So he's going to get himself 5 points for competing. 4 for being in the main event is 9. And 4 move points is 13 points to Luke Harper. It's at 116. And Jinder Mahal won the match. So Jinder Mahal is going to get 20 points for winning, 5 for competing in the match. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event is 34. And 2 moves is 36 points to Jinder Mahal. And 8 is 464. Following the match, Randy Orton runs in, lays out both the Singh brothers, turns his attention to Jinder, beats him down all around ringside, back suplexes him onto the barricade, drags him over the fan barricade and hits a DDT, then rolls Mahal in the ring, goes for an RKO, but the Singh brothers come in and stomp on him. Orton fights him off, hits an RKO on one of them. The other goes to the middle rope and jumps off, but Orton catches him in midair with another RKO. Jinder escapes through the crowd. So that's Orton with an assault and DDT and the 2 RKO. So Randy Orton with an assault and 3 finishers at 7 points to Randy. Ah. All right. Thus endeth SmackDown. Let's check the scores. All right.
I believe that was Samir who was up on the apron.
Very well then. Let me go back and just award the Singh brothers. Then the one Singh brothers, Samir for the interference.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Randy Orton.
Is 105 for him. Okay.
Orton.
One. All right. So at 62:01, still in the lead is. You know what?
What? Wrong. Why did you just give John my points, asshole?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're an asshole. I know you wanted to give him points, but come on. You're not James Ellsworth.
Do
I
it.
hope you're not that crappy.
That's so fabulous.
No.
All right, let's swing through 205 Live very quickly.
Indeed.
Again, I'm running base level recap. Only the actual finisher, the one the match is getting points.
There's only 2 matches, so let's do this.
There are 3.
Is there 3? I thought I only saw 2.
There are 3.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Go.
I'm going.
So much very
Titus.
fast.
Titus tries to recruit Akira to his brand, but not even an extra 5% on his first merch, like the Tozawa towel, can convince him. O'Neal promises next Monday on Raw he'll have an offer Akira can't refuse. Promo to Titus and Tozawa.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
All right. Next up, we have Tony Nese versus Jack Gallagher.
He exists.
Indeed, and he beat Jack Gallagher after a throw head first into a turnbuckle while Gallagher was talking to the ref about Nese faking an injury, and he got nailed with the running knees.
Wow.
Gallagher gets 5 points.
And gets promptly buried.
Not exactly. And then Tony Nese is going to get 20. 5 for competing is 25, and 1 for the running Nese is 26. 68 and 6 is 74. All right. Noam Dar is FaceTiming with Alicia Fox.
So much for very quick.
Trying to convince her from Cedric Alexander so they can work on them. Alexander walks in again, tells Alicia it's over. Dar tells Cedric if he doesn't leave 205 Live, they'll make his life hell. Noam says first, for starters, he'll need to fish his bag that Noam threw in the river. Alexander produces his bag. Noam Dar looks confused, and then Arya Daivari shows up asking where the $15,000 bag his dad gave him is. Promo to Dar. I'll have to give an appearance to Fox, and promo to Cedric and Daivari. Oh, 5 points to Daivari. 7. 5 points to Cedric Alexander.
Yay.
5 points to Noam Dar.
Dar.
Dar she blows. And then Alicia Fox. We'll give her appearance. So that's 36. Video package history on our next competitors. The next match is Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak. With a pinfall after countering a crab into an inside cradle.
Okay, then.
So that's going to be 5 points to Drew Gulak. Team at 120. And Mustafa Ali gets 20 for winning. 5 for competing is 25 to Mustafa Ali. $182. After that, Jack Gallagher is walking backstage and he's thrown a towel. Camera pans to a double, sitting on a couch eating a banana. Says he was watching the match and realized Neville, TJP, and others cut corners and watch each other's backs, and proposes that maybe he and Gallagher could do the same thing. Gallagher says he's not comfortable with cutting corners, but agrees to an accord. He says Aries drives a Lincoln, but he likes Hondas and is okay with a loose alliance. Promo to Gallagher in a double. Gallagher. 88.
Question.
Answer.
The True Gulak match.
Yes.
Was that a single leg Boston Crab?
I don't know.
Because Gulak has a single leg Boston Crab as a signature move.
All right, I'll throw Drew Gulak a point then.
And Mustafa Ali for countering it. Because you said he countered it into a roll-up, right?
Yep, that's true. So 3-2 Mustafa then. Good call. Knew there had to be a reason you went through pointing that out. You wouldn't have just done it to give me a point.
Or it's not.
Next up, we have Corey Graves and Vic Joseph running down the history between Neville and Rich Swann. Then a scene backstage of TJP and Rich talking. TJ says he didn't appreciate Swann telling him he changed right before his main event shot at the champ. He does tell Rich to go out there and take care of business in his main event opportunity. So promo to TJP and Rich Swann. It's 31, and Swann can't handle this, can't handle this. 43, can't handle this. Akira Tozawa has his as a VIP seat in his own section at ringside, courtesy of the Titus brand, and the King of the Cruiserweights doesn't like it. But he's got things to deal with because the King of the Cruiserweights takes on Rich Swann and defeats him via submission hold with the Rings of Saturn after dodging the Phoenix Splash. So Rich Swann gets 5 for competing. And that's about it. No, 4 for the main event. 9 points to Rich Swann. Two. And then the champion, Neville. Neville is going to get himself 20 for winning. 5 for competing is 25. Plus points for being in and winning the main event is 34. And Neville had 4 move points for the evasion of the Phoenix Splash and the finisher. So that's 38 points to Neville. 06, 16, and 8 is 424. Bam.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, Gulak. Wow.
All right, let's check the scores for the end of the week.
Oh.
And they are as follows in the lead at 62-42. The certified, that's that Team Extreme, Certified Valor Club in at 50-66 and 46-28 for Team Apocalypse.
You were getting there. Yeah, but apparently Drew Gulak at one point used for his theme song, Tell It to My Heart.
All right, then.
If you could believe that. Yes, that song, John. Tell it to my heart. You don't know that song, do you, Jim?
I do not.
Tell It to My Heart by Taylor Dane. It's an 80s rock song. It's the song that they used in one of the Sonic commercials.
Fair enough. Anyway, in the latest top of the leaderboards is the United States champion and new face of America, Kevin Owens, at 492. Followed by the WWE champion, Jinder Mahal, at 464. The Raw Women's champion, Alexa Bliss, at 438. Followed by the Cruiserweight champion, Neville. Neville at 424. The number 1 contender to the Universal title, Samoa Joe, at 403. Followed by the Intercontinental champion, The Miz, at 357.
Dumbass.
AJ Styles at 350, followed by Akira Tozawa, the number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight title, at 347. Finn Balor at 346, and running out the top 10 is Cesaro at 343.
One half of the Raw Tag Team
One half
champions.
of the Raw Tag Champs, yep. All right. Boom. So you have it, folks. That's our show. We'll see you next. It is. It was. We will see you next week for more shenanigans, and we'll see how this plays out. Good night, everybody.
Bye.